Welcome to another incredible,
stupendous,
amazing,
wonderful,
a bit weird
omoshiroi episode of Ships Worldwide. Omoshiroi means interesting. Yes, it does.
I knew that.
You did?
Yeah.
Really?
No.
I was gonna say. Took me a bit to pick it up.
We're a bit maxing out on the vocals there.
That was just your laugh.
Okay.
Laughs are loud. Laughs are very plosive, meaning they expel more air outwards, which causes the microphone to pick up more.
Okay.
You ever think about how, like, when we speak, it's just like circular waves that kind of spew out from our mouths? That, like, when people are within earshot, all it does is with our ears, it just hits a drum, which gets converted into electrical energy, which we understand.
Yeah.
But when it's through a microphone, it then replicates it on the other end when it's played back. So the reason that we sound different in recording is because it will never truly hit that exact octave of what you sound like in real life, because machines aren't perfect. I think about that every night.
Okay.
Hi, welcome back.
I was going to say something, but I completely lost it.
That's understandable.
Completely lost it.
You know, sometimes you think about...
I'm Adrian.
Tanner. That's me.
That's him.
That's me. What's up?
You know.
You know? Well, we're Ships Worldwide, a podcast where...
It's like, I woke up early this morning, need to go to Costco.
We're not going to explain what our podcast is?
Go ahead.
Okay. Our podcast is a podcast where I look at stuff from Japan, you look at stuff from the West, we share information, and we have a good time.
Yeah.
Anyways.
We cover news.
Yes.
From the previous 2 weeks.
Yes.
We say what we play.
Yes.
We do a little card game.
Little bit.
We answer some questions.
We do. But more importantly, we have opinions about Costco. Tell me about Costco.
I'm mad.
What? Oh,
I'm angry.
Angry at Costco.
So I get this box of coffee pods there, the donut shop blend.
Oh, yes. I know those ones.
Not there anymore.
Oh.
And I was like, might as well burn the entire place down.
Oh. What about the free samples?
Oh, I don't go there for that.
That's the only reason well, no, that's not the only reason. I go there also for their $2 hot dogs.
Oh, those are way too good to be that cheap.
Those are way too good to be that cheap. $2 for a huge hot dog and a drink.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, and they're so good.
Like I'm surprised it isn't more expensive.
Well, if you think about the actual over-under on hot dogs, like the cost, hot dogs themselves are very cheap to buy wholesale. The drink... Have you worked in a place that actually does the drink machines to see how they work?
No.
Okay, it's literally just water and syrup that get mixed. So it's not the actual drink itself. When you get Coke from one of those machines, it's not just Coke, it's water mixed with Coke syrup, which is why everything hits a bit different, right?
Is it... Like, when I think of that, I think it tastes better.
I think it does, too. And certain ones use
Coke.
different actual, ratios. Hence why me and my sister agree, Dairy Queen iced tea hits the best out of any iced tea. You get that sip and you're just like, ooh, it has a little bit extra tang. Though, of course, we say iced tea and our American listeners don't know. That's the Buck Wildest thing.
What do they call it then?
What?
Brisk?
No, they don't have ice. Their iced tea is cold tea.
That's weird.
I know, right? I think that explains a lot about America. No, because think about this. You go to a restaurant and you're like, I don't want water. I want an advanced drink, right?
Yeah.
The default is usually iced tea.
Is it, though? I think it'd be like Coca-Cola.
See,
Pepsi.
Not for me. Not for my family. It's always iced tea. Because all of us are just like, well, we don't want pop.
I feel like
right?
that's like an extension. That's like after you consider the pop.
See, the default is, iced tea. We'll go to a restaurant, iced tea for all of us. Because we're like, well, iced tea is not unhealthy.
Yeah,
It's not like
depends.
it's well, like the brisk or the Nestea are just like lightly sweetened. It's much healthier than pop. Pop is just sugar, right?
I haven't had pop in like
I know
2 years.
I try to avoid pop, honestly. But iced tea, because it's not bad for you, we're just like, yeah, iced tea, right? So then when you think about it, in the States, if someone is ordering food, they have the choice between water, which it's water.
The greatest drink.
It's, well, I don't know.
If you have that good water,
The American water is weird. There's some that, like, tastes metally.
metallic.
Yeah, metallic.
Like-
I think Dasani water,
What was that water that
bottled water in
AV,
America.
AVGN like Dasani? I think no, was it Dasani?
Water?
There's like the kind you get at like concerts that don't
that's
actually
Dasani.
aren't just water. They have a bunch of
That's
stuff in it.
Dasani. Yeah. Yeah, like that stuff. Like that's a normal default water for
But
them.
I mean, like if you get
that's
that,
gross.
if you get that delicious mountain spring water, it's like
Oh yeah, like
you're ascended.
real there, right? But
Yeah.
we have that because we're by the mountains. But there's some places that their choices are between gross metal water or pop. So when you're talking about why is it so unhealthy when people are there? Because the default drink is pop. So what we're saying is iced tea. Get on that, and we don't just mean cold tea.
I feel like if I have pop again, since it's been so long, it would taste absolutely disgusting.
Well, I mean, I generally don't like Coke or Pepsi. Though I do prefer Pepsi, but I don't like them as a flavor too much, you know?
I used to have them like every meal, so I'm glad I don't do that anymore.
I do like Dr. Pepper. But that's just because it's kind
I
of
don't like Dr. Pepper.
because it's kind of cherry-like.
That's what I don't like about
See,
it.
cherry is my like favorite flavor for that stuff. Like I think
Really?
cherry is like pinnacle
No.
of fruit flavors.
No.
Oh yeah.
That's
Ooh.
definitely grape.
Ooh, see, and I hate grape.
Love grape.
Because for me, I drink grape, and it reminds me of when I was a kid and would always have grape medicine.
But that was the good medicine.
No, that's the bad
That's
medicine.
the great medicine.
I was like, give me an injection instead of grape medicine.
When I'm sick and I need medicine, I'm like, I want that Dimetap grape flavor
No, you know what was the good stuff?
over like the actual stuff that works.
Banana.
No,
The banana flavored stuff? Ooh.
No.
Ooh, I could drink that.
Banana flavored medicine?
Yeah, I had that as a kid.
That's whack.
It was mostly antibiotic stuff. They don't do it too much anymore. Mostly because the banana flavor is extinct.
I got a new phone.
You got a new phone?
Yeah.
Oh, what type is it?
The Pixel 4.
I was going to say, better not be an iPhone.
No, God no.
I know, I'm never going back.
So I went to the Bell store and
Bell being a Canadian service provider here.
yes, thank you.
Yes.
And it was like the charging port on my Pixel 2 was kind of having issues, right?
Oh,
'Cause, like,
yeah.
whenever I plugged it into the auxiliary in the cord in the car, it would any movement would like cut the music.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm like, that's either there's a lot of stuff in there, like just like fuzzy stuff, which
I know
like,
I sometimes pick out with a toothpick. I'll
Yeah.
just go to town in there. But
I was doing that and it was still happening, so I
Yeah.
was assuming it was a motherboard issue.
oh yeah.
And then they were like, "Oh, your plan ends this month, so if you just paid the 45 deactivation and the 45 initiation, we can give you this phone for free." And the whole thing,
Did
were
they
like,
transfer your stuff over?
I did that.
Nice.
I have a story about that too.
Okay.
But they were like, "Oh, we'll give you this phone for free today. Your parents' bills goes down, but yours goes up, so it stays the same generally
Okay.
for the whole bill."
Yeah.
And then since I was loyal, they're giving me $250 credit for the next 5 months.
Nice.
And then I got a free Google Home Hub.
Oh, so like one of the ones that we got there with
Yeah.
the nice.
Yeah, you showed me that, and I'm like, oh, I really want one of those now.
I used it this morning to do a recipe, and it was really nice. You just ask it for a recipe, and it comes up on the screen. I mean, yeah, they're monitoring every single thing you do. But
Oh, I don't care.
I don't care.
Well, it's so cool. 'Cause
I'm
it's like-
already on the internet.
so like, it just like, it knows when you're in the room.
Yep.
And then like when you turn the lights off, it like dims and then goes to the just the clock, which
Yep.
I want exactly.
That's
like,
exactly it's like-
exactly what I want.
It's perfect.
And then like when I'm like doing stretches in the morning, I can just throw I put like a Vine Sauce stream on.
Yeah.
I just throw it on there.
Yep.
And it's like,
You can do podcasts too.
yeah.
Yep.
It's amazing.
It's great. I love it. It's an awesome thing.
Remember when I used to have like just this giant bulky ass CD player?
Yeah,
that I
right.
loaded in with discs, and now it's like
Yep.
technology.
It can do a lot of really cool stuff. Like ours, we use it to monitor like surveillance cameras, and yeah, tons of just fun, cool things. And like again, yeah, they're monitoring everything you say, and who cares? We're at a point where you can't avoid it.
No.
Just roll with it.
But back to the phone.
Yeah, back to the phone.
It's not very different, but it's faster.
Going from the Pixel 2 to the Pixel 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a bigger leap than you think. I skipped the 3 because I didn't like the notch at the top of the phone.
No, I remember you were saying about the notch.
Yeah. It has a thing where it's face unlock.
Yep.
And at first I'm like, when the face unlock is activated, you can't see like the actual notification of the phone, only the symbols.
Yeah, that's what mine has.
So I'm like,
the Galaxy 9.
I was like kind of like about that, but now like the phone like
It's
unlocks so fast.
It's so fast. It's so fast
like,
that it's fine.
Yeah. There's like a motion sense thing where it like knows I'm in the room.
Yeah.
So like, it wakes up like this, and when I go to reach it, it turns on.
Yeah.
So I don't even need to like click it on.
Yep.
So it's been really convenient for that.
Nice.
The phone is like the camera is like giant.
Yeah, that's a big hole in it.
Yeah.
Is that a case on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When I had it for the first bit, it was like a frickin' bar of soap.
I'm sorry. Can you explain?
It was so slippery.
Okay. That could mean many things. Because when I think bar of soap, I thought you meant like in thickness. Because
No.
when I think about a bar of soap, I'm like, those bad boys are pretty thick.
When I think of bar of soap, I think of the slipperiness.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But yeah, I like it so far. Other than, well, okay. So the thing about the transfer.
Yeah.
it
Tell
was
me
like,
about the transfer.
They couldn't transfer it via wired because of the motherboard issue and the charge port.
Oh, yeah.
So it was like, oh, I got to go transfer it manually. And I transferred all the contacts, everything. But what didn't come over was the background I have, like the highly customized
Yeah,
Smash
the
Bros. Background,
special Smash theme.
and my Pitter Patter Pop account.
Well, don't you just log in with a thing?
I was like, oh god, like I'm gonna have to. I was like level 58, and now I'm gonna have to start all over again. So it did some research, and it's like, oh, just log into Twitter.
Yeah. That's the thing I actually really like about mobile games nowadays. Almost all of them are just like link one account,
Yeah.
Facebook, Twitter, whatever, and then you log in on anything and it's all there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that I like, and gets rid of my problem I had with my iPhone back in the day of you get so far in a game and then it just randomly deletes everything because it ran out of space. It's like, oh cool, there it goes. But like, yeah, they fixed that. Japan's on it.
And with the background, the app I use to like customize everything, it's like, go just save it on your old phone onto like
A file there,
and then transfer it over. And I'm like, that's what I did.
There you go.
Now everything's the same.
Very nice.
Just trying to see if there's like anything other new about it. There's the whole you can do like left motions or right motions over the phone.
Yeah.
To switch songs, but it's kind of inaccurate, so I don't really use it.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
But yeah,
Because how often are you listening to music and looking at your phone?
not very often.
Not very often, right? It's usually in your pocket or put down somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Actually, I have my own phone thing. I was looking because my cousin, he has an ice fishing shack. And what he does is, in the shack is a TV that he connects his phone's data to, and then he uses a Chromecast in that TV to just watch TV out in literally the middle of a lake.
That's weird.
So, and I'm like, that must take up a lot of data. And he's like, well, I got an unlimited data plan. And I'm like, we have those now? Because we have not had unlimited data plans in Canada. Those were not,
No?
but if they were ridiculously expensive, right? So I'm like, okay, so is unlimited data viable now? So I went and looked, and I'm like, I looked at, like, I had about 10 gigabytes a month for my data, which did me good, but I actually almost ran out this month because our internet was having issues here. So sometimes I'll be watching a video and the internet wasn't up, and I'll look and I'll be like, oh, that's 3 hours of YouTube on data. So then I looked and I'm like, how much is it for unlimited data? And it's like, oh, it's like $10 more a month.
Oh. Why wouldn't you do
Why
that?
would I? And then, well, it was $20 more a month, right?
Okay,
But then I
still.
looked, and it's because I went from an iPhone to an Android. I looked, and it's like one of my add-ons I was paying for was messaging for iPhone. It was like $6 a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like my voicemail and everything, but it was like for iPhone. And I'm like, why am I paying this? So I got rid of that and upgraded to unlimited data. And I'm like, well, okay, cool. Now I have unlimited data. But here's the catch.
Well, there's always a catch.
There's the catch. It's unlimited data, but after 20 gigabytes, they slow it down. But if you pay $30, you get 30 gigabytes before they slow it down. Wow. Another $50 would be 50 gigabytes. So I'm like, honestly, if I'm at a point where I've used 20 gigabytes.
When you say slow down, what does that mean exactly?
It actually says that they slow down your internet. So like you won't be, so like it literally means after 20 gigabytes on your phone, you'll be able to access stuff, but you're going to like be put down in the queue of speed. So like if other people are looking at the same time, their data will go first, right?
Okay.
So videos and streams and stuff, you won't be able to watch on good quality. Like you'll be able to open up web pages and look for information, but you won't be able to do anything quickly that would require a lot of data, right? But again, I'm like, who cares? The fact it's unlimited is good, right? So I'm like, yeah, I finally got unlimited data, which I'm sure to our American listeners or even some in Europe who are probably like, well, that's like basic, right? Because in other parts of the world, that's a basic thing. But for some reason in Canada, they've always been like, you can't do unlimited data. We're so big of a country. What if you're in Saskatchewan? You can't have data there. Because literally, you go to some parts of Saskatchewan and it's like zero. Like you're too far from anything. You have no phone or internet. And it's like, because just no tower in miles, right? But I'm very happy I got it. Because now I'm like, now I can just play Pokemon Go wherever and not worry. Nice. Right? Because that was a worry before.
Cool.
But now it's not. What else, though, for you, for life?
What else?
What else?
What else?
It's about it?
I think so.
Okay.
If it was important, I would
It
probably
would be
remember
at the front of your mind, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless it's been 2 weeks and it's
Yeah.
just kind of been a norm now. I'm trying to think. Oh, I missed out on watching the Sonic movie yesterday. I was pretty pissed about that.
Okay.
So you have to stay spoiler free.
Okay.
What?
I will.
Oh, I hope so.
I will.
I got one thing spoiled, but
What's that?
the very end credit scene.
Oh, what? Yeah. It's a bit obvious.
The one that
but
people were freaking out about.
Yeah. It's a one that people pretty much predicted would be, so it's not a major thing.
Yeah.
okay.
What about you?
I want a trip to LA.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm going there in 3 days.
3 days.
3 days. Wednesday.
Oh my.
I know. So we had it was like all the teachers in our entire district, we were told, hey, if you send an email to this one email with this certain subject, you're entered to win a contest to get a paid trip to go to, well, I say LA, it's Anaheim, which is technically further from LA than whatever. But I'm like, I know teachers. They are not good with technology. They're not, honestly, most of them. Like, do you know how often I see someone put on a YouTube video, it ends, and then you see the next video queued up, and it's slowly going around, and I'm like, please, just hit the cancel button, please, it's going to play, and then it plays, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what happened, and I'm like, how are you, it's been there for years. They're not, like, a lot of them are not really good with technology. So I'm like, I don't think many will be entering this contest. I'm going to give it a shot. Lo and behold, ring-a-ding, you're our one winner for the entire district. And I'm
You're
like,
kidding.
Yeah, the one. Right? So I was like, yeah! So most of it's paid. So it's going to be quite nice to go there where it's like, according to our Californian friend, a frosty 21 degrees Celsius.
Oh my God.
Which makes me
Screw
want
off.
to scream because that is literally t-shirt and I'm going to be the one guy there who's going to be walking around in a t-shirt and shorts because that is beautiful.
That's amazing. That's perfect
so,
weather.
That is so nice. And they're like, it's a little chilly. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
And then they freak out when it snows.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, if there's snow there, then
They walk down, like lock the doors. They have the security
They don't even
systems.
have winter tires.
That's whack.
Like, they don't even have heaters in their homes. Like, it's weird. It's strange.
Won't have to worry about that when we go.
Nope. No. No, instead we get what everything has, which is AC, because
Yeah.
everything has that. So yeah, that's going to be
We
really
need to
fun.
make sure our hotels have AC.
Oh, and every building has AC
Okay.
there.
Okay.
It's a situation where that's built before anything
We're gonna make
else.
sure not to stay in the really like
Yeah. Well, the nice thing
the
is,
down.
so
Out.
we're planning to go there this summer.
Yeah.
And I'm going there now.
You're too recon for us.
So it's like, I'm like, well, I guess I get a preview, right?
Yeah. How long are you down there for?
So I'm there for, I leave next Wednesday. I'm there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then I come home Monday afternoon. So it's like 5 days roughly. Of that, I'm supposed to be at the conference for 4 days. Because it is for a conference, a teacher's conference
okay.
there. It's
Well,
not just free.
That's lame.
But well, I mean, teacher conferences have some pretty cool stuff you can buy. So it's like you go there, and I've said before because and here's the thing: it's between Family Day, which is a day off, which is tomorrow, and then when I get back, then it's Teachers Convention, which is another 2 days off.
So you have like a mini vacation going on.
So I basically have a 3-day vacation, like now.
Yeah.
Then I go to work for 1 day. Then I'm away until I'm away from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then I work Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I'm off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday again. So it's like it's nice. It's a night, like February is usually the day that you get all, like the month you get all the stuff off, but like I get extra. So I'm like, yeah. But I'm right at Disneyland. And I'm like, do I wanna?
Should save the experience for
Right?
when we all
Guys,
go.
that's part of what I'm thinking. Also, going there alone, not
not
super
very-
fun.
no. Gotta go with the bros.
Right? The bros. But there's going to be lots of stuff to do. There's fireworks every night. Like my hotel's basically across the street from Disneyland too, so I'm going to get to like see fireworks and smell the Star Wars and
Smell the Star Wars.
yeah, man. It's very stinky. But other than that, not a super ton in terms of life stuff. Just mostly been getting through the work, getting through, You remembered
A
something?
week away
What?
from the grand return
Of?
Walking Dead.
Oh.
And Better Call Saul.
Okay.
Both shows coming back.
New
Sunday.
TV season's
Yes.
going to be a pretty big deal.
Apparently season 5 Better Call Saul.
Oh, yeah?
Amazing. From the early reviewers.
Okay, I was going to
Yeah.
say, like, how are people...
And apparently the
seeing it?
first few episodes of Walking Dead are really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, can't wait.
All right.
I love those shows.
Well, I guess... that was a sneeze. Oh, I
a loud
guess,
one.
as I was saying... Oh, all of mine are loud. With that, let's move into media we are consuming.
Are we consuming the media?
That's my favorite phrase because it can be both positive and negative. Because consuming could be both like eating a fancy meal. It's like I'm consuming
Are
this
you a
this steak tartare. But consuming could also be like just shoving McDonald's down your gullet. Right? Consume has multiple meanings.
I hate that meme where it's like, don't ask questions.
Don't ask questions. Just consume.
It's like, what questions am I supposed to ask?
What about the ethics of the creation of it?
Fuck off.
Like, what does
Just
this
enjoy it.
media challenge the viewer, or is it just another Hollywood machine? I
Okay.
have something to say about that later. Don't worry. Going.
Fire Emblem 3 Houses.
The Fire Emblem.
32 hours in.
All right.
Still, I'm taking my time. 32 hours, chapter 7.
Yeah, that's about right.
I'm enjoying it. Is it supposed to look as crusty as it does?
But
Or is
it's a crusty game.
Okay.
It's a
'Cause I'm
pretty.
like-
It's not a looker of a game.
No.
It's not.
But like sometimes it is. Like when you're in the monastery, you look up, blue sky, the castle. It's nice.
Yeah, well,
But sometimes when you like get into the nitty gritty, like
oh yeah, no,
into
it's
the hallways,
it's not a game that put graphics first. Absolutely not.
You say something?
No.
I finally hit the stride.
Oh yeah.
I'm like finally in it because of one specific event that made me realize this is why people like this series.
Was it getting Flame the fish she craves?
That and something else.
Okay.
Shout outs to Blubber for helping me with that, by the way.
Yeah, I needed to look up a guide for that.
I was like, what fish does she like? Because I've caught every single possible
Bro,
fish.
she craves that fish.
Okay, so the event was it was a paralog mission, right?
Yeah.
And you need to get Ingrid to a point in the map because she was like supposed to get married to this like rich guy to help her house and all that, help her family out. Turns out he's kind of a bad guy.
A little bit.
So I'm playing through the match, everything, a few hiccups here and there, whatever, and then very end, right? Ingrid is like behind. She's kind of surrounded.
Yeah.
But there's like 4 troops coming in. The only person between Ingrid and those 4 troops is Ash, a half health Ash.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, he's not living. He's dead. And I'm like, if I were to do the rewind, I'd have to rewind so long. And I'm like, rest in peace, Ash. This guy kills all of them, dodges and kills all of them at once. And I'm like, marking out. I'm like,
when the numbers are in your favor and you're just like, yes.
And I'm like, Ash, you are amazing.
Yeah.
And that was the moment I knew, it's like, I love this game.
Right?
So.
Right? That's it's that moment where you see past, like, where you see the number game and it turns into reality, right?
Yeah,
where
it's
you're
like,
just like
I like looking back on it, I look at it as it actually like were to happen instead of just like this guy moved and this guy attacked. I actually looked at it like it actually happened. It's like, oh my god, it's so cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've just finished the Battle of the Eagle, the Lion.
Yeah.
Which is cool. There's a few cutscenes there. I'm waiting for the ball to drop. I feel like we're really close.
The what drop?
The ball to drop.
Oh, like I heard the Balder drop, and I'm like, the guy from Bayonetta?
No. There's a few happenings in a village nearby. And everyone's like, I don't have a good feeling about this.
So, funny you're saying that, because Vinny just put up a random 3 Houses video.
I was going to watch it.
So that is that chapter.
That he mentioned, he's on chapter 8. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to watch it
And like
yet.
that is, and just, I put it on while I was grinding in a game. And I'm like, wow, yeah, he picked a really big chapter with some, and he's like, oh, this is some big spoilers you guys are seeing. Whoops. Because it's a pretty big one.
Yeah. Got Dedu into a big giant suit of armor now. And he's a powerhouse.
The only thing is, keep him away from magic. Anything else he can tank. But if there's a magic user, that's the thing, right?
During the Battle of the Eagle and Lion, I had like Ash go. Oh yeah, I had Flame on a Pegasus.
Yep.
Died one hit from like a random goon. I'm like, we're gonna have to.
Flame starts out quite weak.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got Manuela on my team now.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Haven't used her yet.
She's really good.
Apparently, Beat never got her, and that's a shame.
That's wild.
I'm like, how?
How? It's pretty easy.
Yeah, you just ask her.
You just ask her, and she's like, well, of course, Professor.
Oh, what else? I was going to say something else.
So buck wild, she's like, how come nobody wants an older woman like me? And everyone's like wearing a shirt that says I love MILFs. Like, come on. Come on.
Yeah, but I've also just been seeing a lot of Three Houses stuff recently.
Well, I mean, the DLC just came out, so a lot of people hopped back on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm enjoying that.
There was my one friend's at a convention in the States, a big one, Katsucon right now, and they had the Fire Emblem cosplay meetup, and it is the biggest. It's. I'm gonna just show you a picture here because it is the most ridiculous crowd of people I've ever seen. I'm gonna type in Fire Emblem Katsucon, and you'll see it is. Okay, well, first off, like, there's this one group here that's really good, but the actual meetup there was, like, so many people. And, of course, I can't find it now because of... Oh, yeah, right here. Look at... Those are all Fire Emblem cosplayers.
Oh, my God.
Like, that's basically the cast of Smash Ultimate there. That's probably about 100 people.
Oh, more than that.
Yeah.
I'd say more than that.
It's a lot, right? Yeah. It's getting big in the West, huh?
Yeah.
Remember when it literally was 2 characters that nobody knew about in Smash Bros?
And now it's this.
Boy, that really paid off.
Would you say I should, once I'm done 3 houses, should
Okay.
I play another Fire Emblem game?
The one I would recommend is Awakening.
Okay.
That's the best.
I
on
feel
the
like now
3DS.
if I go back, I get it now.
Yes, yeah,
So-
absolutely. No, Awakening is the one that I would say is definitely
rare, though,
worth the
physically.
time. Yeah, it is. I mean, you can also just download it for... I know, but...
That's the whole thing. Segueing into another thing I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
I had to move a bunch of my 2 100 gigabyte games to my external hard drive, and now anything regarding external hard drives makes me nervous because of the thing that happened to you.
To be fair, the external hard drive I was using was an old one.
Okay.
And it wasn't storing the game. It was playing it. Like, it was connected and playing it. For storage, you're safe. It's when you're playing off of it that's more iffy.
Because I feel like...
But for what? What console?
PS4.
Okay, so you move stuff to an external?
Yeah.
That should be fine. Well, how much is inside your PS4?
There's a 2 terabyte, but it's like 1.7.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's normal for them. Okay. Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Because there's the main ones, the main PS4 games I'm planning to get until the PS5 comes out is the Persona 5 Royal,
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 7 Remake.
Wait. Speaking of that, did you get an email?
I did. Oh. But I pre-ordered it at EB Games.
Oh, you're lucky.
Yeah.
I'm at a point where I'm like, you know what? I think I'll
was
just
gonna
get
bring
the
that up too.
Steelbook. I'll just get the Steelbook. It's fine.
If I do, I'm kind of content with the Steelbook too.
Yeah.
Because the thing I'm most interested is the actual game.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. It's not one I would. It doesn't have DLC or anything exclusive, so it's that's fine.
Yeah, Persona 5 Royal, Final Fantasy 7 Remake, and The Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah.
Those are the main ones.
If Last of Us Part 2 gets a PS5 version, would you get that instead?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would.
Yeah.
Because it would probably run better.
Yeah, you're right.
Because I feel like The Last of Us Part 2 is the how every generation
It's like
has
Breath of the Wild, right?
Yeah.
It's going from Wii U to Switch. So it's
it's
gonna be
also
on both.
that end of generation game that shows up how powerful it is, but
Yeah.
it could be more powerful.
Exactly.
Speaking of Persona,
Yeah.
you played it too?
I played it too.
We played the Persona 5 Scramble demo. Ooh. That needs to be released here now.
That is real good.
I can't believe how well they meshed the RPG elements.
So it does my favorite thing that a game can do, which is when a game goes from one genre or to another or something, where it's not just it's not a skin of the characters on Dynasty Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
It's no, this is a Persona sequel. Right.
And I was walking around.
And you're walking
Shibuya,
around,
I'm
and I'm on my Switch, and I'm like, this is just Persona 5.
Oh, you played on your Switch?
Yeah, I played on my Switch.
I played on the PS4.
Well, because when it came out, the demo was only out for me on the
okay.
Switch. It came out on the Switch first, so I just downloaded it first, right? But yeah, walking around, and I'm just like,
I'm literally back in this world.
this is just Persona 5 on the Switch. What?
Maybe that's why they didn't put 5. Because I still would like the original on the Switch.
The original?
The vanilla version. Because I don't think Royal. I think Royal is a PlayStation exclusive.
Well, we'll see. We'll talk about some stuff after, right? But that demo. That's a meaty one too. It's like an hour.
I couldn't understand what they were saying.
I was even fast forwarding
me
all
too.
the text. It was like an hour something, right?
Mm-hmm. And just going around around the Blanc and in those areas, I'm like, oh, this brings me back, and that makes me more excited for Royal to go back to that world.
Yeah. Now I will say, moving felt a bit different in the overworld.
Okay, yeah, it felt a bit resistant almost.
Because what it is they added animations of him starting to walk.
Yeah, okay, that's
so when
what it
you
was, yeah.
stop and you start to walk and you feel it and you're like, yeah, that's clearly because it's a muso, and so they put a little bit of the movement that's in there in the overworld. So there's a little bit there.
When you go to the Shibuya area,
Yeah.
it's crowded.
Yeah.
Is it on the? Because I feel like
There is still people.
it was way more crowded than in the original Persona 5.
I think. Well, remember, Persona 5 is a PS3 game,
Yeah.
right? So yeah, like they definitely are using the power of the then now next generation with their
It's like the new remixes, the last surprise remix.
Oh man, it's so good.
I can't believe how good that is.
When I first heard it, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is good. Then the lyrics and everything hit in, and I'm like, oh no, this is really good.
So what do you think of the actual gameplay?
So it's interesting because while it is muso, it's not. At least where I played in the demo there, at least where we played there, it didn't feel to me like a full muso. It feels like one of those games that is like muso inspired, because you're not getting giant swarms of enemies. It's smaller groups of more powerful ones. So it reminds me more of like the Attack on Titan games, which like use ideas from muso but have the twist of less but more powerful enemies, right? But the way that they incorporated the entire RPG battle system,
And like the gun, you just like
the
select,
gun, you select it,
and then you
can
down
use
it, and you like down them,
Yep.
and then you like wipe out an area.
Open up your menu, choose a spell.
That's it.
Right, choose a spell, and you
it's
see
like,
the area of
and
effect.
how flawlessly it all like feels.
Yeah.
It's just like, how did they do this so well?
And then you get another persona.
Yeah.
You switch them, and it gives you new combos. Like it switches out when your persona comes out for attacks, which totally changes how it plays. And you're like, oh, this is awesome.
I hope they have like a adventure mode. Where
Oh, there's always that in a
where you can
Muso
just
game.
play like there's like the set map.
Yep.
And like
And then sort of like dream scenarios, right?
Yeah.
Put bosses from other places, put in, fight
because like
similar ones.
the main content in Hyrule Warriors is like the adventure mode for me.
Yep.
And I like the bite-sized like play match. There's like base challenges. Do that.
Almost all Muso games have a short story, and then the meat of it comes from an extended mode where it's like, okay, here's like 300 scenarios, pick a character, play through it, right? That's where you unlock your stuff.
Is there going to
that
be
you
like a roster that you can select from?
Well, you can play as all the Phantom Thieves.
Yeah.
And there may be more. There's always room for DLC and updates. They always do that.
Do you think
for
they'd add
Musos.
any Persona 4 3 characters?
I think we'll get costumes for this game. I don't think we'll get an actual... Because they did say in interviews, like, this was going to be a Persona Muso, like, just general series, and then they narrowed it down to Persona 5 to be a sequel. So I think it's going to be, like... Okay, this game is the Persona 5 sequel, right? Just like...
And like, it's confirmed because like that trailer had... It was like Persona... It was the P5 logo,
yeah,
and
the
then 2
P5,
came in.
then 2, and then Smash. Yeah, absolutely. Well, just like the sequel to Persona 4 is Persona 4 Arena, right?
Yeah.
So, and just like that, once then the sequel to that comes out, then they started to add more and make it less about the Persona 4 and more about the Persona series. So I think it's going to be the same thing of this one's Persona 5 2. You might get costumes and references, but not much. And then the next one will be, all right, here is your... actual
Oh, that'd be
gonna
so cool.
put them all in,
If
right?
they do announce that, I'll go and play Persona 3 so I can be ready for all the references.
Yep, yeah, that's a good game.
But yeah,
Anything else to say about it? Mara was confirmed in one of the trailers.
really?
Dick Chariot Muso.
Yeah.
Dick Chariot Muso.
That's wild.
That's wild.
There's a whole subway section there at the very end of the demo.
Yes.
That was...
The boss was interesting.
Yeah.
Because it felt less like a Muso boss and more like a character action game. When it was, because like you're dodging around them, it's like running into walls, you're casting spells that are weak, and I'm fighting and I'm like, this doesn't feel Muso. This feels like Devil May Cry. Like it feels more like a regular sort of character action thing. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how it switches up the formula and stuff.
Is it? It's confirmed for the West, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, Persona
It'd
5
be
is
stupid not to.
Persona is at this point almost more like
It's in Smash Brothers.
It's bigger
Like-
in the West because of the fact that it's in Japan and stuff, right? Like that's a big thing, right?
Yeah.
People love it. And like, yeah, you know, on the Switch version, to unlock the Persona 5 stuff, you need the Smash Bros. Save data. Like it's
Wait, what?
so in the PS4 version, to unlock the music from the Persona 5 original game, you need Persona 5 save data. To unlock it on the Switch version, because you can't have Persona 5 save data on the Switch, if you have Smash Bros. Save data...
Just general Smash?
Just general Smash. You don't even need Joker.
Huh.
You unlock all the Persona 5 content that comes from it.
That's cool.
Right? So it's like, yeah, that's really cool.
Huh.
Right? So it's like there's another save data thing that I
Yeah.
love when games do that. One save data unlocks another.
Cool. Anything else to say on it? Or
I'm very excited, and we'll have more words to speak about musous in a second.
Okay. And then I played I kind of like played with my friend the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon DX demo there.
Okay, first off, who did you get?
He got Charmander.
Who did you get?
Well, we played together.
Oh, you played together. Okay,
yeah.
I see.
We like switch
Charmander.
controllers every so often.
Okay, Charmander. All right. I almost always get Bulbasaur, and then I reset the game because I'm like, no, I don't care what you say. I don't want to be Bulbasaur.
So I started out, I'm like, oh, this game is like, whatever. And then like I started playing it more. I'm like, this is getting kind of fun.
It's addicting.
And then it ended, and I'm like, ah.
It's addicting. Mystery dungeons are super addicting.
I don't feel it's worth the price it's asking.
So I that's the thing. So if it was Mystery Dungeon 2, absolutely $60, $70, $80, I'd pay it. Mystery Dungeon 2 is awesome. Mystery Dungeon 1 is a really good game, but it's like, because if it's only going to have, because Mystery Dungeon 1 is a Gen 3 game. So there's only, like, I mean, I say only, but there's...
Well, they're putting in stuff in DX.
So, but that's, well, the only things we've seen are Mega Evolutions and Lucario.
That's still more than...
Lucario was in the original, even though it's a Gen 3 game.
Like Mega Evolutions, they're still...
Yeah. But I'm like, now mind you, Mystery Dungeon 1 is probably the most content-filled Game Boy Advance game. It is ridiculous to a point where when you beat the game, there's a post-game flow chart that is about 70 items big, and it's like, if you beat this, it unlocks this, this, and this, and it's like, each one goes down to like a legendary Pokemon. It's really cool.
Huh.
But the thing is, there's still some stuff where I'm like, I need to know what's being added to it to see if it's worth the price. Because I own both Mystery Dungeon Red and Blue, and like, I could play them right now.
Okay, that segues into the other thing.
Okay.
The internet has been a bit rabid for, and I'm a bit like starting to question, like, where's the Nintendo Direct? Where's like the news?
Bro, it's the coronavirus. It's clearly the guy who edits the trailers got it, and like now he's in quarantine. No, I think what it just is Nintendo right now is
it's like Animal Crossing is literally like a month away, and we still know next to nothing.
Does it need a Direct?
I mean, sales wise, but like I'd like to know, like, it just doesn't seem as
but
big.
But wouldn't you also want to just play it and learn?
That, yeah, but like,
right?
Besides Animal Crossing, I want to know like what the hell they're doing in this, this year.
I'm 100% sure we'll be getting one before Animal Crossing, but it is
watch them announce one while we're on a break, like it always happens.
It could happen. Yeah. But you know what? I think it's definitely a situation where some people are really ravenous for one. Like, I know there was a thing of people saying, like, this is the longest period we've gone without one. And they're like, it's like 100-something days. And I'm like, it's like 4 months.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine.
But still, we know so little about what they're doing this year. Is that it's a bit like, I'd just like to know, like, what's your big hitter at the end of the year? Because we still don't have one.
Yeah, but I mean, it's only the second month.
Yeah.
Right. It's still a bit.
But we knew about Mario Maker this time last year. We knew about like Link's Awakening, like all the big ones coming out later in the year.
They might just honestly be waiting for like one of their like big hitters to get a trailer ready, right? Like if they're getting, let's say for instance, just hypothetically, Bayonetta 3, Metroid Prime 4. they're just waiting on, because those are external companies making them. That's not Nintendo itself. Maybe they're just like, guys, can we get the trailer for it ready? And they're like, okay, we just need to finish up this world to get like the footage ready. You know, we just need to finish these cutscenes. It could just be they're waiting for one of their outside partners to finish the content for one of their big hitters, right? It could just be them needing that time to get it ready.
Maybe.
You know, it could be as simple as that. I feel like the people looking into some big conspiracy about it. It's like, no. Like I saw someone who posted a thing saying like, well, maybe it's because they're waiting for the PS5 and Xbox One to announce their prices first. I'm like, what does that have to do with
Nintendo? Literally doesn't care
at all. They do not care.
Yeah.
The PS5 could be free, and they'd be like, who cares? We're still Nintendo.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm getting anxious.
Okay.
The Smash stuff tided me over for a bit, but now it's like, all right, let's see what's going on. It's not like I'm short on games. I'm planning to like catch up on the 2019 games.
Yeah.
Like I kind of want to get Ring Fit Adventure.
I
want to get exercise in because like I hate not exercising.
For exercise, it's good. If you're expecting a deep story,
no,
and
I want
like
exercise.
a game that will, for exercise, it's awesome.
Yeah, just like because it's still cold out. It's going to be cold out for another 3 months.
Yep.
I want to like start feeling better.
Then you'll get that from Ring Fit.
Yeah, that's just. I'm like I was playing with it last time and squeezing it. I'm like, Jesus.
Oh,
you do this like 30 times?
Oh,
It'd,
yeah.
like, destroy you.
Oh yeah, no, like it is. It's to a point where after you do an exercise, they're like, okay, take a breath, take a breather, and it's like there's times where I'm like, yeah, I need one.
But yeah, that's definitely. When did Ring Fit Adventure come out?
Early last year. No, sorry, like earlier.
Did it come
at late last year?
I have this stupid thing in my head where I need to play them in chronological order from when they were released. So it's like Fire Emblem.
Way after Fire Emblem.
Before Link's Awakening?
Before Link's Awakening.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Whenever I might even just get Ring Fit Adventure and play it alongside Fire Emblem.
Yeah, definitely you can.
Yeah.
It's not a game that you play for an extended period. It's a game.
It's not like you're playing two giant RPGs.
What I'm going to say is 15 minutes of Ring Fit Adventure feels longer than an hour of any other game. Like, because there's a timer in the corner as you exercise, and like literally there'll be times where I'm like, how long have I been doing this? And it's like 11 minutes.
Is there like a general just exercise thing, or do you have to play like the story mode? Because I feel like
there's a general exercise mode.
Okay.
There's basically on the main
menu. Can you
menu,
like work towards goals, or is it just like?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like a Wii Fit style mode, and then there's the adventure mode.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that was like $100, right?
90.
90?
90, yep.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
90. With for the whole bundle there.
So like, that actually like entices me to get it more.
Okay.
So I thought it was 100. So.
Well, with tax it gets to roughly
95, 96.
Yeah.
Okay, what have you been playing?
So, I played, to prepare for the VR version coming out soon, I played through Space Channel 5 for the Dreamcast. Do you know what Space Channel 5 is?
No idea what that is.
So Space Channel 5 is a old video game for the Dreamcast. I'm going to show you a picture of the character and you might go, oh yes, I recognize her. Space Channel 5. Yeah, this right here. Nothing?
Nope.
Okay.
Oops.
So it's basically, it's a music rhythm game where the best way to put it, and it makes it sound easy, but I'll explain. But basically what it is aliens appear in front of you, and then like there's a beat and music, and then they go like left, right, left, shoot, 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 and then on your controller,
you type a memory game?
You type in left, right, left, shoot, 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 and then they go to the next one, which will be like up, down, shoot, 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 and then it goes back to you, and you go up, down, shoot, shoot, shoot.
Okay,
so it's kind of like Simon Says to music, which sounds really easy.
Oh no, it's not easy.
It is. So when I first started it, I'm like, oh my god, can I even get past the first level? Like this is. Like, even when it's just going to be, like, simple sort of combinations, I'm, like, remembering them and then putting it to the beat, I'm like, I almost can't do it. But then I practiced. And by the end, you start to do, like, 18 long ones that you have to do to the beat. Like, there's bosses that literally go, like, there's, like, delays to them. Like, they'll go, like, up, down, right, left, shoot, up, down. And it's like, remember that? Play it to the beat. Now, mind you, here's the thing. The game is about an hour long. But you have to retry a lot because it's like and if you make one mistake in one of their sections, you lose a heart and you have 5 hearts.
Oh, okay.
So it's like you have 5 tries to do like the 15-minute level, right? It was really fun. It was like, I was like, man, sometimes games are 80 hours and sometimes they're an hour. But if it's an hour, it better be a good hour. And that was a good hour.
That's good.
So I'm going to move on to Space Channel 5 Part 2, which is on Steam, thankfully. I don't have to play it on the Dreamcast, which I've heard is easier for the actual pressing the buttons because like they made it so you can like cancel stuff. Because before, there's an animation every time you do it, so you have to time it perfectly because there's a cooldown animation, right? But I've heard that it means that there are longer strings, and I'm like, oh, cool, great. But there's a VR version coming out for PS4, but in VR, which I will do a Let's Play of with camera. With me with the headset on.
Well, that's going to be fun.
With the camera dancing. It's going to be great. Super excited. It's a good game. Good music. Very short. It's by the Sonic team, so it's like it has that aesthetic, right? I'm also almost done Halo 1. I'm on the final level. Yeah, I'm on the final level now. I didn't ever really realize that Halo is like space horror. It is. They're like
Dead Space is space horror.
No. Well, okay, but remember, this is on the original Xbox, right? So, like...
Well, what scared you?
Okay, here's the thing. Do you know about the flood?
Yeah, kind of. A little bit.
A little bit, right?
A little bit.
Did you know that when the first level with them, it basically becomes Aliens with, like the movie, where it's like you're going down hallways and there's, like, only dead enemies everywhere. Like, they're already pre-killed. There's blood everywhere, and it's, like, silent. And I'm like, wow, this game became horror. Like, mind you, I'm fine, right? But I'm like, wow, if I was a kid, this would have messed me up. Like, it was legitimate. Like, that's a little unsettling.
Interesting.
Yeah, I didn't really expect it to become a space horror zombie game, which is weird, because, like, I knew about the flood. But I'm like, wow, it really takes a shift after the halfway mark. The first half is just like, yeah, Master Chief going around shooting aliens. And then after that moment, you're like, oh no, it's kind of space horror-y.
Huh.
Like there's... And it's funny though, actually, because it's like, I played... Because you can, with the press of button, go between the original and like the new graphics. I'm playing with the original, and I'm like, even with the original, I would have been freaked out as a kid. Like, I was like, huh.
But you're liking it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just about done. It's really fun. It's nice to go back to those. And I'm definitely getting to a point where I'm like, I think I'm starting to get better at first-person shooters. Because I'm starting to do stuff where I'm like I'm just, when you shoot something and you're like, that was cool.
So would you be more interested in FPSs for foreign exchange, or?
I think I'd be able to handle them better. I will say, not for extended periods. I still get my motion sickness pretty badly, so it's like after a level, like I'm done for the day. So that's why I'm going through it slowly, because like I can only play about one level. I'm like, now my headache's hitting, which sucks because like I'm really enjoying it, but something about Halo I'm better with than some, and I think it's because of the fact that in Halo the motion, it's like floaty. Like when you jump in Halo, it's like you're like woo. Right? Like, it feels way different than some other ones. But, yeah, no, I'm really enjoying it. That's a good game. But I'm really excited to move on to Halo 2. Because I will say, boy, there's a lot of asset reuse in Halo 1. Where it's like, there'll be a level that you run through, and it's like, you'll just be like, oh, it's this room again. But there's, like, a single wall up in the corner now to make it different.
Huh.
Like, you'll go, like, there's a couple levels that is just, like, the same rooms over and over. And I'm like, ugh. And then you get to another level, which is that level again, but backwards. And you're like, okay, one more time. But no, it's still a fun game.
Cool.
Speaking of fun games, though, I got sent a code for Warriors Orochi 4 Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch. Do you know about Warriors Orochi, what it is?
I got the third one because I was like, oh, there's like 2 billion characters, and then I never played it.
So yeah, it's basically...
Because I tried it, and I was like, this ain't no Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah, so it's basically they take all the characters from Dynasty Warriors and all the characters from Samurai Warriors, a bunch of original characters and a bunch of random crossover characters, throw them all together, and it's just like, just play a Musou game. And I'm like, yeah, cool. So I'm playing it. And then I started to realize something.
What was that?
So they added in these new like magic items where it's like every character gets a special sort of extra weapon that they can kind of use at a time. And it's like one of them will be a golden chalice that they can hold up and it shoots out fireballs. Or one of them will be a trident, which they will use and they can use it to throw like a spear or surf on it and create a giant wave. And I'm using these and I'm realizing, so that's how they get in the stuff that are blocked by copyright. Because when you're surfing on the trident, that is just using the King's Boat from Hyrule Warriors. When you use the special of the chalice, that is just Sheik's water guard. When you're using the whip, that is just when you use Sheik's like wind magic that puts the wind around her. And I'm like, oh, so they're just putting in stuff from Warriors games that they can't use the rights to as generic magic stuff.
There you go.
So I'm playing it and I'm like, oh, yo, it's this thing, right? Like there's a character whose whole moveset is throwing bombs. And like you're looking and it's like, well, that's the bomb animation from Hyrule Warriors when you throw the bombs and he throws out a bunch of them.
Yeah.
And then you use one of his strong attacks and it's the big bomb. And you're like, oh yeah. So they just put in, like it is like they can't use the characters, but they are putting in all those move sets, right? And so I'm playing it and I'm like, oh yeah, it's a Warriors game. And it made me happy. But the really cool thing is, so yeah, it's 100 and like, it's like 200 characters. And they're pretty big move sets because they do the Pirate Warriors things of you have combo strings that are light, 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 heavy, light, light, heavy, but you also have heavy, heavy, light, heavy, 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 light. Like you have another full set starting with heavies and going into lights. So it's like you get some pretty big strings, but you pick 3 characters at once and can at any time switch between them. It is not only just instant. They encourage you to do it mid-combo to keep your combos going forever. So as soon as you do a strong attack to finish off your combo, you press L or R to switch to the next character, and they're already starting their attack. So you can go nuts with just canceling into each other. But they do a really cool thing, which I really like, is you have 3 types of characters: power, speed, and technique. Power characters can guard cancel. So meaning you can press the guard button to stop your animation and go to another attack.
Okay.
Speed characters can dash cancel, meaning at any time you can press the dash button to dash and cancel into another attack. Technique characters can jump cancel, meaning they can jump in the middle of any of their strings to do air combos. And I'm like, oh, well, that... Because, I mean, you need to have cancels to have it be a good Warriors game. You need to have something, because you know when you do a heavy attack and then like you have that cooldown animation at the end, you need something to get rid of that, right? Whether you press guard to stop it or you dash to stop it. And it's like, oh, let's put in all 3, but set it 1 for each character. And I'm like, oh, that's really cool. The story is stupid, which... That's fair. It's a game where basically characters from like the Warring States era of Japan are meeting up with the Three Kingdom era China, which are like 1,000 years apart from each other. And of course, all the characters from Japan are like, yo, isn't that guy from that story 1,000 years ago? And all the Chinese characters are like, what are you talking about? And what are these guns that you have? So there's a little stuff like that. But you'll like get... Like, you'll beat a level, and it's like, you've unlocked 30 characters! And you're just like... And everyone has, like, a unique moveset. And there's some that are weird. Because, like, you're playing with a guy... And, like, I pick a guy with 2 swords, right? And I'm like, okay, he's gonna be, like, a character with 2 swords in any video game where he spins around with the 2 swords. You know, it's gonna be like that. I press the first light attack button. he splits off into two versions of himself and like attack both in a like triangle direction. I press the next one, they go back around across each other. And I'm like, oh, he's a stand user. He's basically if Polnareff and, you know, Silver Chariot both had swords going at once and were co-oping attacks. I'm like, that's the weirdest moveset I've ever felt because he can't attack normally. Like, that is his basic combo string. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, this is weird. That's a good game. And it really made me just go, dang, man, Musos are the best genre.
Over fighting games?
I think, well, because here's the thing.
If you had to choose one, you had to go.
The only thing is, Muso games, you can play alone, right? Fighting games against a computer is not how you're supposed to play them, right? When you play a fighting game, it's fighting with people that makes it fun. I'd say fighting games are the ultimate multiplayer. Muso are the ultimate single player. Okay. Absolutely. They're just dang fun times.
What else was a dang fun time?
The Sonic movie.
The Sonic movie.
So I got an early ticket to it. I got to see it a week early, which led me to have knowledge of stuff that happened in that film, which I wanted so badly to share with the internet. And hey, I wasn't under NDA, so I shared some of it. It's a good movie.
Would you say it was worth the wait?
I would say it was absolutely worth the wait because you can see where there's remnants of the original Sonic movie, and you're like, oh, if it was
ruins.
All that, ooh. But it's very clear that when they're like, okay, we're going to delay the movie, we're going to hire on people who like Sonic, you can see where those moments are, and you're like, sick. Those made it awesome.
Yeah, my friend said they really enjoyed it, and there was like, well, one of them, she was like, oh, it's going to be just a giant meme. But like,
oh boy, memes are in it. There are.
And then when she says meme, she says like kind of like stupid, whatever.
Yeah.
Or whatever, like pointless. But like, then she said like, oh, like I actually really enjoyed it.
It was way funnier than I expected.
That's what she said too.
I got some big like there like it has a general tone that I really enjoyed of just like kind of never really taking itself seriously, with the sole exception of Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik.
Was he good?
Who was not only the standout of the film, but is generally one of, like, it is, I'm going to say, the most legitimately threatening version of the character.
Of Robotnik?
Absolutely. Like, he's back.
Really?
Like, absolutely.
He when I saw him in the trailers,
right?
He seemed like a goofy.
In
like,
the trailers,
whatever.
he seems goofy
and doesn't really do much.
When you watch the movie, you're like, oh no, this guy is actually like
more than like Sonic Unleashed, Eggman.
Oh, absolutely.
Because that's like this. That's the one I remember mostly from. Like,
no,
being the biggest threat.
Absolutely, and it's no. He is really threatening, and no, he's silly. But the best way to describe it is if Eggman is normally like neutral evil, this one is chaotic evil, where it's like him being wacky and weird makes his evil scarier. Where it's like you're like, cause he's
so it's like
he gets
like
stuff done.
Joker stuff or what?
Okay, so not Joker levels.
Okay,
but more so about just like ruthless. Like he does not stop his mission. Like he is, from the moment he's on screen to the end, he's like, I am going to kill Sonic.
So are there any, without spoiling, are there any other Sonic characters?
So
other than
there are. Their roles are minor. There's no other major Sonic characters.
Okay.
There's none that join the rest of the movie. There's cameos, there's appearances, and they're really cool. Like, there was one that made me go, oh, snap. Like, it happens right at the beginning that made me go, oh, yeah, no. This is made by people who care about Sonic.
That's good.
One of the characters that, this is really not a spoiler because it was in all merchant stuff, but there's a character who is basically, you've seen Baby Sonic, right?
Yeah.
There's the caretaker of Baby Sonic, who's a new character that people were like, I don't know if this fits as a Sonic character. But then people started to look at Sonic 1 And they're like, wait, yo, hold up. Because in the background of Sonic 1 are all these totem poles, and in like the sort of the tiles of levels, there's a lot of
Green Hill Zone.
owls. There's like the owl totems in Green Hill.
Oh.
There's owl, like I'm going to type in Sonic 1 owl, and you're going to see what I mean. So like, oh, that is not who I'm talking about. There is, like in the levels and stuff, there's all this owl symbolism that makes no sense.
Just type in Green Hill Zone.
That's okay. But
that's it.
So they made this new character who's like, it's a giant owl who takes care of Sonic as a baby, which made people go, well, that's weird. That doesn't feel like kind of in line. But you look at Sonic 1 and you're like, no, there's totally owls everywhere in Sonic 1, which are never explained. What?
The bottom photo there.
Oh, yeah, because he's like Sonic's mom, right?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, right? He's like trying to be like Sonic's mom, right? But it's sort of like, no, it's like it worked out pretty good. That's there. Cool. I like that character. I
still want to see it.
No, it's so I would say in my eyes, I liked it a little bit less than Detective Pikachu.
I was about to bring that up.
So because that's the one everyone's comparing it to.
My friends, I'm bringing them up because of the other side of the discussion here. They said they liked it more than Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people saying they liked it more than Detective Pikachu.
And they said it wasn't as pretty as Detective Pikachu, but it was more fun.
So I'm of the opposite opinion.
Okay.
I think the general movie of Sonic the Hedgehog, which is a sentence I never thought I would say, is
in a positive light, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It is like the plot is nothing revolutionary at all.
Okay.
It is not a movie that is anything new. I would say Detective Pikachu is a really crazy different concept. Like it is a detective story, but it's like it does it with kind of the unique twist of monsters, right? Mm-hmm. Where the Sonic movie it's like, if I were to say the words, buddy road trip movie, it's like you know what's in it, right? Yeah. Because and it does not do anything that, as we were talking about, it doesn't challenge the genre, mm-hmm. right? It doesn't do anything different. It doesn't do any. That said, it does it well, and I enjoyed it. One of my least favorite tropes in media is the we're no longer friends anymore. That is over so quickly, and I'm like, oh, thank God. I hate that. In general, no, I enjoyed it. And it was a film that I was like, so what I am, though, is I'm really excited for the sequel. There's a big sequel hooks.
Of course.
There's two. One of which is... So one of them has been like leaked on the internet and everyone kind of knows. But the other one was leaked in trailers. And it's like, you're going to put post-credit scenes in trailers now? That's a bit whack. But no, I'm really excited for the sequel. I think it has a lot of good stuff it can do. There's a lot of good references in it to the Sonic series. Without being necessarily overt, a lot of them are very small. Like you might see a word written in the background that makes you go, cool. Or they might say something, but it's mostly it's trying to kind of be its own thing a little bit. But it still has references and it's good. Also, can I just say, Sega has a logo for when they do movies now. So it shows it shows Sonic from a screen from the game, and then it zooms out and shows a wall of Sega games that when it keeps zooming out becomes the Sega logo, which is cool. Really cool. But that led me to seeing the following characters on a large screen in a movie theater. Kiryu from Yakuza, Joker from Persona, the cast of Sakura Wars, Knights, Space Channel 5, because when that zooms out, you're like, it shows all their IPs, and it really makes you go, I just saw those characters on a movie screen, which was really cool.
That's cool.
No, it was good. It was funny. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I do think that it might be getting a bit too much praise. if that makes sense. I feel like there's some people who are going to see it more than once are kind of insane. Because I can remember every single... Like, it's not a movie that you forget details from, because it is, like, it is very paint by numbers. You know, it's nothing too crazy. And there's not a ton of Easter eggs. Pretty much every scene I was looking in the background for Easter eggs. I'm like, there's going to be a couple. There are, but it's not a ton. Like I said, I do like Detective Pikachu a bit more. But there was another movie that I watched.
We should just quickly go over it because we're at a good old hour 10.
Yes.
We're not even in this, so
Yeah, no
not to
worries.
rush you, but...
But the one movie I do want to just talk a little bit about that I actually thought was a better movie was the Dragon Quest film on Netflix. So Dragon Quest: Your Story. It is it's 3D. So I put it on to as we needed a movie to watch for teaching in school, teach kids film techniques. So I'm like, I'll throw it on. I really enjoyed it, which is weird because the general consensus is that this is a steaming pile of garbage, which I heavily disagree with.
Okay.
So how do I say this? I don't want to spoil the ending, but let's just say the ending has a twist in about the last 10 minutes that some people say ruins the film so badly that they never want to think about it again. I knew about that twist going in, and even seeing it happen, I feel like people are overreacting.
People overreact on the internet?
Yeah, I know. But no, it is a really good movie, and it made me just like, it's beautifully animated. Let me say, like, it is one of the nicest ones. It's dubbed, which is nice. It's based on right here, Dragon Quest V. So the guy with the turban there. It doesn't have the art style of Dragon Quest a lot. They kind of changed it to a more kind of generic design, but at the same time, I think it works better. Because if they were to use the designs, it would just look like Dragon Ball in 3D, right? So they kind of changed them up. I think it looks good. I actually legitimately, like, I watched it once, and then I was upstairs, and I saw my mom watching it on Netflix, because she's just like, oh, that looks good. And I'm like, wow, my mom is watching something related to Dragon Quest. That's weird. No, it's really good. I would give it a watch. I would say it's a recommend. It actually made me go onto Amazon and look up, because I own it in Japanese here, but I was like, I want it in English now. Now, mind you, the only official English copy is on the DS, and I'm like, I don't really want to play a DS game right now. So I'm looking up there. People make repro cartridges. It's like an English fan cartridge that you pop in and can play a fan translated one. So I'm like, I really want that, but I do feel like people massively overreact to the ending. You know what? I'm going to say it right here. Do you care?
Oh, no, I know what it is, too.
Oh, you know what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know, then. I think it's actually handled in a cool way. And so, okay, I'm just going to say. So some people say that, because at the end, that it turns out to be a VR game played by a kid. And a virus appears and is like, I'm going to delete your save data. And in the movie, the guy's like, he's like, yeah, I'm a virus made by just a guy who's bored on the internet. And I'm like, that's like the most believable virus thing ever. Absolutely. And then the bad guy says, dude, grow up, stop playing kitty babby games, basically. And people are like, oh, I can't believe Square Enix is saying you're not allowed to play these games. You're supposed to grow up. And I'm like, did you guys watch the movie? Because that's the villain. Not. And immediately after, the character goes like, well, I don't care. Shut up. Just like, I played it as a kid. Let me play it now. It's awesome. The memories will never die. And it's like, yeah. So people saying that the message of the film is to grow up and not stop playing the games. It's like, you didn't actually watch the movie. Because that's what the villain says. And then the villain immediately dies. Like, come on, dude. It's really good. I would definitely say, give it a watch, because even knowing that, the movie itself gave me those feelings of playing an RPG as a kid and just being like enjoying the world, and even not knowing the game, I was like, this is awesome. Mind you, it skips a lot of the game, because the game is broken up into like a section where you play as a kid, a section where you play as a teen, and a section where you play as an adult, and it's like time periods. You only get 2 of those.
Okay.
So, but it's still really good, and I enjoyed it. All right, let's get to the news.
Finally.
Yes, let's start. Some of these won't be very long.
No.
Yep.
Half-Life Alyx coming out March 23rd.
Do you have anything to say about
The
it?
next great VR game.
Let's hope. Well, the first great VR game is coming out soon, and that's Space Channel 5.
Sure.
Okay, that's about it then.
That wasn't the Saber game?
What's that?
That wasn't the Saber game?
Yeah, well, that's not a game. That's an experience,
Okay.
right? Like, there's differences. Okay, they announced the final new features coming to DMC3 on the Switch. So for one, weapon switching, like in DMC5, hey, awesome. You know, don't have to press start, open up the menu, choose equip, go back in, press a button, right? But also, co-op. One character plays as Dante, one character plays as Virgil. You get to co-op in the Bloody Palace mode. That's sick. That's awesome. That was another mod that people made, and they made it real. Back up to you.
Remedy Entertainment, best known for Control and Alan Wake.
Yep.
They're beginning work on a new project.
Well, they're also working on the DLC for Control there.
Yeah.
Which will then tie into Alan Wake. So it's like, hey.
They make good games. People are excited.
Yeah, and let's see if this one will also be in the Remedy-verse, because all their previous games are connected. Yeah, it's cool.
Cool.
Next up, we're going through this. Some of these are going to be quite quick. So this was really cool. There's a game I really liked on the Switch and PC called 20XX, which is basically someone made a fan Mega Man game, but it's like basically Mega Man X as a roguelike. So it's randomized levels, but with Mega Man X controls. And it's awesome to play, but it had this crappy Flash art style. Like, it wasn't sprites, it was like Flash animation. You're like, oh, it doesn't look good. So they announced 30XX, which is the same thing with sprites. And it's like, hey, I'm in, right? Like, it's like, perfect, you fixed the one issue. I am so excited for it. Back up to you.
PlayStation will not be attending E3 2020 for the second year in a row.
Yeah, I think we were kind of expecting that after they skipped it once. I think a lot of people are skipping out of E3. Well, I mean, you heard about the emails, right?
Oh, yeah.
About how they're like, let's get less for the gamers and more for the influencers. Let's try and get the Instagram stars down here and create some photo opportunities for brand synergy. And all the game companies are like, what? We're making video games, dude. What do you want?
Do these people not see past mistakes?
No, they see numbers in an algorithm, and they just see the how much money Instagrammers make and don't realize that is not what gamers are. So yeah, that's wild. That's understandable.
That sucks, though.
I saw there was rumors that Nintendo was missing out on E3 because they weren't on one of the like listed companies.
No, because they confirmed it earlier.
Well, no, but so no. There was a thing that was like listing the people at E3, and Nintendo wasn't on it. So people were like, "Oh, they're not there," and gamers were so quick to go like, "Yeah, it's understandable. Make a direct instead. You're good." And then they're like, "No, we're actually there," and they're like, "All right, you're there for now." But everyone's so ready for Nintendo to pull out too. They're like, it's going away pretty much. E3 has stopped being what it was now that you have directs and stuff. So it's a bit of a shame, but it's understandable at the same time. Marvel vs. Capcom 2's coming to EVO. And it's an invitational tournament. And it's going to be awesome. I'm so excited to watch Marvel on the big stage again.
They're going to announce Marvel vs. Capcom 4.
So wait. So here's the thing. That tweet from V's actor, who was like, V from Devil May Cry 5, who's like, oh man, that new Capcom versus game looks sick. So many new characters. And everyone's like, oh, what? And then like 2 days later, he's like, I do not know of any new Capcom products. I saw an ad on Instagram for Capcom and thought it would be neat. I do not know anything about any new games. And I'm like, oh, this dude just leaked something.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, he just leaked something. Now, here's the thing, though. He just said Capcom Versus. He didn't say Marvel anywhere.
No.
Now, there's been other Capcom Versus games. We'll have to see.
Capcom versus...
A lot of people are saying Sega. I know one that people want is Shonen Jump. You know, get Jojo in there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, buddy. Oh.
Well, actually, I don't have that in there. So they the last Street Fighter V character, Seth, came out, and Seth has a bunch of moves from like all different Capcom properties. So like some Darkstalker moves, but Seth has JoJo moves. Seth uses like he has like they have a move where they put their arms back and these punches fly out from them.
Really?
And it looks exactly like a stand.
Huh.
And in English and Japanese, they both go ora ora ora. So that's cool. But then there's an EX version that when you do it, it ends with a big punch that is the exact same as Star Platinum's final aura punch from it. Like, it is a JoJo reference.
Probably.
Absolutely. Oh, and then once you finish the animation, they do Dio's repose.
Oh,
like,
there you go.
Come on. So them putting in a bunch of JoJo stuff into this character is really cool.
That is cool.
Mind you, Street Fighter is always taken from JoJo because you have like Guile is literally American Stroheim.
Yeah.
Jury is Jolene. Like the hair, the kicks.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Oh yeah, no, like this is known. They even gave Guile a cyborg costume.
Oh, there you go.
Like I'm just gonna show you quickly. It looks like Stroheim. Cyborg Guile. Like, watch this. Where is he? That's not it. I like how I type in
That's
Cyborg
just
Guile
Stroheim.
and I just get pictures of Stroheim. Where is he? That cool, awesome. You're not going to show it? Okay, so it's Street Fighter Cross Tekken DLC Guile costume. It looks like
Oh, yeah.
Like it's
Pretty much.
Stroheim, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, like
He has the car's arm blades. Did you
oh
see
yeah.
that?
Oh, Capcom also has that in a bunch of games
Oh, okay.
too. Like Capcom always takes from JoJo. So yeah, that's gonna be awesome. And so we'll see if there's a new thing announced. But even still, just watching MVC2 is gonna be great. Back to the good old days.
Hopefully it's a good Evo.
Dude, this Evo, every single game I'm in for. Like, there's not one that makes me go, I don't want to watch that.
Cool.
Because you know why?
Why?
No damn Western games. Get out of there, Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat's not in?
No, it's super out. Dude, Mortal Kombat's gone for Grand Blue, which is the most anime game ever. Okay, back up to you.
PS5 parts are rumored to be very expensive. Manufacturing costs could start at $450.
So there was the one rumor that said that actually they might be removing a feature to bring the costs down.
I hope that's not backwards compatibility.
So I read what the feature was, and it made me go, oh my god, why would that even be in there in the first place? That's stupid.
What's that?
It was going to have a built-in camera that was a revolutionary new camera that had no mirrors.
What does that even mean?
Because cameras normally when you take a picture with it, it like mirrors the image and then it goes in and then the computer re-mirrors it.
Oh, no.
So who cares? It's the most nothing thing.
I hope that's it.
And so yeah, so that's what all the rumors are, and they said that'll bring it down from 500 to like 450 roughly, and I'm like, yeah,
But
take that out.
that's
Who
starting,
cares?
right?
Well, yeah, for base, and then the next one that'd be like the base, like probably terabyte.
That's just to make it. That's not like all like the tag, like all the other stuff that goes on top of it. So it could be maybe more pricier.
No, usually, from what I heard, they were like the rough. Well, the starting price is 450. They can still bring it up or down depending on where the Xbox is, because that's what they're waiting for. They're just waiting for Microsoft to announce their price for Sony to undercut it. Mind you, I think Microsoft's
They're like waiting
waiting
for the official announcement.
Yeah,
So they're like waiting for each other.
so that's my thing. I think Microsoft's waiting for PlayStation to announce theirs so they can undercut it. So I think we're gonna get those consoles coming out, and no one's gonna know the price until they're out on the stores, which is ridiculous. But hey, it
Interesting.
could happen. Back down to me. They announced season 3 of Dragon Ball Fighters.
All that's here is new Gokus.
I just wrote the word new Gokus. Now, mind you, there's only one new Goku confirmed so far, but the other one is a pair of characters fused together called Kefla, which is good because that's a female character of which Dragon Ball sorely lacks. Yeah, no, that's gonna be good. No, actually, the really cool thing is, you know how there's the assists, so like you pick your 3 characters, and when you press a button, one of them will throw out an assist, or you can switch to them.
Yeah.
They made it now so every character has 3 assists, and you get to choose one. Meaning that, like, every character now has, like, way more use. Because before, it was like, there's people who, like, you gotta pick Vegeta. His assist is the best in the game. You gotta have him on your team. So every team had a Vegeta. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, now, it's like, no, you don't have to pick a Vegeta. You can pick the character you actually want to play and just pick their best assist.
That's cool.
So, yeah, no, it's going to be good. And I'm really surprised they're keeping Dragon Ball FighterZ going, but I think it's the final season because it's the shortest one, too. It's only 5 characters. So it's like, yeah, you can see it's finishing up, I think. This is the final one.
Plus, the way they're, like, showing the characters looks like a fighter's pass, so whenever you, like, glance at it on the Discord...
Well, they use every fighting game uses that thing of like all the characters lined up with a bunch of question marks, which of course leads to a lot of memes you can insert.
Yes,
I'm very excited for El Hermano Blanco being added to the game there. Yeah, that's about it there.
New Crash game leaked.
Yes,
Crash Bandicoot, very, very precious IP to many people.
Yep.
They're just going to throw it on the mobile game store there. Endless Runner.
So here's the thing.
You know a lot more about Western news today.
No, but what I'm going to say is, well, no, because I don't know any information about it, but I'm going to say for gamers, that sounds like a bad move for the IP. For non-gamers, that gets Crash back into the mindshare. For kids, for older people, they'll say, oh, it's that funny little rodent from back when I was a kid, you know?
You could also do that for Smash Brothers. Put Crash and Smash back in the main eye. You know?
Maybe. That's all I'll say. But I don't think I don't think this will cannibalize an actual new game for Crash.
You don't think so?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No, it's not like it's being made by that team.
Okay.
Like it's being made by another company who's just taking the designs from the and using it, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't think it's too bad. Mobile games don't cannibalize nowadays, it feels like.
Whoa.
What?
Crash. Whoa.
Oh, okay. I thought I scrolled past something. There's a new mythical Pokemon coming soon. Did you see the outline of it?
I saw a meme where it's like, it just put like Marth, like a strange Marth over it.
Perfect. I love it. So it's going to be related to the new Pokemon movie, Coco. Looks like a monkey.
People are complaining too many monkeys in Pokemon.
Well, apparently 2% of all Pokemon are apparently a monkey. If you actually like do the math.
That's a lot.
It's like 2%. It's like 75 of them or something.
That's a lot of monkeys.
But I feel like some of it's stretching, where they'll be like, well, Gardevoir looks human-like, and humans are a type of monkey. It's like, no, shut up, that doesn't count.
No, someone didn't say that.
That doesn't count. That doesn't actually count. There are a good number of monkey Pokemon, but at the same time, it's like, that's fine. I don't, like, there's no legendary monkeys.
Did you hear that monkeys entered the Stone Age?
Yeah, I heard that, and I'm like, huh. I guess evolution didn't stop. Monkeys can use tools now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, did you see the one that like hit the rock against the glass, the sharpened rock?
Yeah.
And broke it?
Yeah.
I'm like, Planet of the Apes is coming.
No, we still have guns.
Yeah.
Though I've seen the videos of when people give monkeys guns. That's really scary. They know how to use them.
Anyways, back to Pokemon.
But there was also, so Pokemon Home released. And people are, playing it and transferring their Pokemon. Hey, I completed my Pokedex. Got all 400 in Sword. That's awesome.
There you go.
But there's a thing where some people have transferred all their Pokemon and have, completed the Pokedex. And people are noticing that some of them are getting an exclusive gift, because there's a gift section where it's like in mobile games, the gifts there, they have that. So when you click it, it's like, thank you for playing, here's a Pichu, right? But they are getting, here's a Magearna, which is a legendary Pokemon, right? Oh. And so that's cool. But some people are getting an exclusive variant of it that has never before been obtainable. So it's Magearna, but it's a new form where
Pokemon is Magearna.
I'll show you. It's this one here.
Oh, that one, okay.
So it's this, but it's so they're getting it in this Pokeball color.
Interesting.
Which is not the shiny version. It's a unique form. It's basically like the gray one. Is it after years of rusting and no color left? It is called the original color version.
Oh, okay.
So it's been in the game data for since Gen 7 there, but no one's been able to get it. And some players are getting it, and they're like, well, I put in my whole Pokedex, I've completed it, and I'm getting it, but others aren't? So some people are like, what's the condition to get it? Because some just get a regular Magearna, some get nothing, and some are getting this one. So they're trying to figure out what exactly is getting them this.
It was just RNG.
So, well, there's got to be a reason why, right? There's something that unlocks it. So there's some people are thinking it has to do with the number of countries you've connected with, the number of games. Like if you connected from the original Sapphire all the way up
I'd say it's more realistic to beat the games.
right? So, well, no, but there's a whole thing about, like, there's a counter that says how many countries you've traded with. Like, do you have a Russian Pokemon? Do you have a Japanese Pokemon? Like, they have counters for that. So,
Who knows?
people are trying to figure it out. But hey, that's cool. I'm always down for a good Poke mystery, right? I don't like things being told to players. I like an actual mystery that they solve.
Baby game not being as baby game as
Like
usual.
my favorite thing back in the day was getting the Reggies in Pokemon, because you literally walk up to a wall, you click it, and Braille appears, and you have to translate the Braille into a riddle, and the riddle will be something like walk 4 steps forward and stare to the sky, and it's like you have to walk 4 steps forward into a room and use fly in a room. Or there's one that's like, you must wait for an 18th of a moon to pass. Where it's like, stand in front of the door and don't press a button for 3 minutes. Like, I love those secrets where it's like finding them, right? So, I'm excited to figure out what it is. Go ahead.
Anything else? Outer Worlds Switch version gets delayed to 2021, but will get a physical release now.
Okay, but when they say physical release, do they actually mean a cartridge, or do they mean a download code in a box?
Well, no, that's what it was originally.
Okay.
But now
okay. All
that's
right.
because of the coronavirus there. That's why it got delayed.
Fair enough. Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
That's fair. You might as well get your next one out of the way. You have a lot more than me.
Jeff Keighley, the man, the myth, the legend, in a very, what's a good, what's a legendary, unprecedented.
There
move.
you go.
It's not going to be attending E3 this year.
Well, you know why?
Well, because it's what you said.
No, it's because Death Stranding is out. He has nothing left.
Shut up.
What's he gonna shill? There's nothing left. He's in a video game.
He shills video games for a living.
He shills Death Stranding for a living.
Kojima is one of his best friends. Would you not shill your best friend's game?
I think it's pretty clear what it is. Kojima's now working on a movie, and so Jeff Keighley is transitioning out of video games into movies.
We actually don't know a reason. He just said.
I think it's just that he looked at the writing on the wall and he's like, "Man,
E3's on its way out.
E3's on its way out. I'm not going all the way."
And maybe
to where
he'll
it
be
is."
able to put more effort and it's not like he doesn't put in effort right now, but like more thought into the Game Awards.
Maybe. I mean, that is a long way away, but
Hopefully, he works on it year long.
fair enough.
So
Okay.
hopefully he can like get better deals this time and not have
Oh,
the
last time was
stupid
bad.
face cam one.
That was bad.
You remember the face cam commercial?
I think about that all the time. I just got a copyright hit on my, not a copyright hit, but a copyright claim on my channel for it, where it's like that trailer. They're like, yeah, no, you can't get ads on this because our trailer's in it because we have the face cam trailer, and I'm like, I'm very happy you're taking the money from me. 'Cause that's go ahead, you need
That's
it
so-
apparently.
So funny. Yeah.
Okay. They announced another character for Pirate Warriors 4. This game's looking real big. Being Capone Bege, as
It's
I say
beige.
his name. Or you say beige. I think it's
Bege?
Beige. Beige is how it's supposed to be.
Beige
I
is
think.
even worse than Bege.
Anyways, he's a character that is really cool. He's basically an Italian mafia guy, but his whole gimmick is that he ate a fruit that makes him have the power of a castle. So you might say, well, what does that mean? Well, he can store soldiers inside of him, and he has like a castle inside of him. So he can literally just open up his hand and a door will appear and soldiers can jump out of his hand. He has cannons all over his body. And you know the summon from Final Fantasy Alexandria, the big castle?
No.
I'll show you. Final Fantasy Alexander. You'll recognize it when you see it, I think. Like the big castle.
No.
Okay, well, he basically
Was it in 15?
It was not in 15.
Okay, then no.
All right. It's in a bunch of other ones. But he can turn into that, where he turns into a giant castle that can fire thousands of cannons. And they say that this is the biggest playable thing in any Warriors game.
Well,
because you know that trailer I showed you with the big characters?
Yeah.
3 times bigger than that.
Wow.
And he is a moving castle.
I wonder.
Oh, also his feet can turn into tank treads. It looks awesome.
Cool.
I'm gonna Carbon beige tank. It looks rad. Look at him go! His feet turn into tank treads and he just goes.
That's cool.
He's so cool. Yeah, he can just fire cannons from his body. He's a really cool character. And this is his it's called Big Father mode. and he's smoking. Like he has the pipe. It's rad. He's cool. That was one that everyone wanted. It's like one of those characters that are like, this is a Muso character.
Cool. So Avengers announced their multiple editions coming out,
which is pretty much the norm for any AAA game, it seems, these days.
Yeah. So the digital pre-order gets you the beta access and legacy costumes,
which are those ones right there.
Yeah, we have like pictures on there.
Like so we got classic Thor, classic Black Widow, World War II or World War Tony. Looks
Tony.
Like. Sorry, Steve. We got Hulk with like a ripped shirt and purple pants. We got Miss Marvel with like just her blue and red outfit, but without the Miss Marvel logo, which is a bit strange. And then we got like
Mark 1
Iron Man. Yeah. Okay.
Deluxe edition comes with the Obsidian outfit pack,
which are just like all like black outfits, I think, right?
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Well, they were like pictures of each thing except the deluxe edition.
Yeah.
Other than that, there's like Obsidian.
I think I've seen pictures actually somewhere.
Okay.
They're just like black and yellow outfits.
And then 72-hour early access to the game.
That's such a weird thing, I think. The idea of getting early access to a game, just weird to me. I don't know.
And yeah, I don't know.
There's also
the big edition here.
The Earth's Mightiest Edition.
It comes with the deluxe edition of the game.
Yep.
72-hour accent.
Yep.
Full color 12-inch PVC statue of Captain America.
That's him.
Exclusive steelbook case.
Okay.
Hulk bobblehead.
Yeah, that is there. And can I just say, it looks the lowest quality of any pack-in thing I've seen in a long time.
The bobblehead?
That looks like trash. That is Funko Pop tier.
A Mjolnir keychain, which
cool.
looks cool.
Really? Are you serious?
I like keychains. They're easy to like display.
Okay, I just see that though, and I'm like, I could probably get something similar from like any comic store for really cheap.
Black Widow's belt buckle.
That is strange. It's just a red hourglass.
Iron Man's prototype armor blueprints.
Okay.
And Kamala Khan's honorary Avenger pin.
It's just a pin, pretty much.
Yeah.
As well as a commemorative photo. What a weird special edition.
Definitely not gonna get this.
That's a big pass.
Yeah.
It's very strange. I think it's because you got multiple things of despairing quality.
And they just wanted to get everything like from each Avenger in there somehow.
Because it's like you got like the Cap statue looks nice, right? Like that's a nice statue, though. But, I mean, it wouldn't look out of place in any comic store.
No.
The blueprints for Iron Man, interesting. That's interesting.
Cool.
That'd be a cool collector's item. But then like the Hulk bobblehead, the keychain.
Why a bobblehead for Hulk?
That's so weird. But like you got this really nice, realistic proportion Captain America, and then an ultra deformed bobblehead of Hulk.
His face so scrounged up.
It looks really bad.
Just search up like Avengers Earth's Mightiest Edition image, and then you'll probably see the image we're seeing.
Yeah. And then the belt buckle is.
The only worthwhile thing in here is the steelbook, which I assume is going to be with
the regular deluxe edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the digital deluxe, but the regular deluxe edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Okay.
But yeah, if you're interested in, like, I'm kind of feeling right. It's far away, but it's still like it's still not really hyping me up.
It's because it's a game as a service, which is just
I feel like they showed it off recently again when they announced this. And it's like it looks a lot better than we saw it at E3 there.
Yeah, that's true.
The delay was probably needed.
Yep.
Cool. Because I have a.
Yeah, you have a lot. Let's go back up. Hey, you have a lot there. Go ahead with this one.
BioWare.
Yes.
BioWare story. They announced plans to completely rework Anthem.
I know people who say like, man, Anthem has cool gameplay, shame about the game. So if they can fix that, hey, you know what? Final Fantasy XIV sucked at launch, then they rebooted it.
Did you know that they still have Christmas lights on?
Yes. Did you know that when they announced this rework that people went to the website and it crashed the website? Like it's like the website wasn't working even? Cool.
Sigh. Are you gonna get Anthem? If
No. No. Like I worked there, but I really have no actual
interest?
affinity with what they release.
Fair enough.
To a point where when they asked in an interview, they're like, how many BioWare games have you played? And I'm like, I'm going to be real. That's not the type of game I normally play. And they're like, well, that's good for a tester because then you won't be like our regular players. It's like, yeah, true. I'm bouncing on every wall, you know? So, okay, sure. Anyways, Wonderful 101 Kickstarter.
Finally.
It's not only happening, it's like blowing past everything.
Yeah.
It's at a point where it's like, yeah.
Have you backed it yet?
Oh, yeah. Immediately.
Well, it's not going to take the money till next month.
Yeah, well, that's how Kickstarter works.
Yeah.
So, no, that's awesome.
Did you watch the video?
I didn't.
Oh, the video is so
I
fun.
just immediately hit back. And I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
Well, I was going to back it, but I wanted to watch the video.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like Kamiya just being Kamiya.
Oh, and he's
There's like a guy in a wolf costume that barged into the office. He's like, I'm not going to let this happen. And then everyone beat him up. And as they were beating him up, Kamiya was like explaining the whole Kickstarter.
That's awesome. I love Kamiya. So it's happening. It's blowing past everything. It's going to get the remix soundtrack. It's going to get the new mini games. It's going to have new stuff. It's going to be 1080p, 60 FPS on everything. It's on Steam and PS4 also, which is weird because there's a lot of Nintendo stuff in that game.
Yeah.
But I guess Nintendo's just like, it's fine. Go ahead. We're not competitors with them anymore.
Yeah.
You're good. Like there's a character who plays a DS that's shaped like that has a Game & Watch skin.
They'll probably have
so
to
it's like,
change that.
I don't think they will.
It's coming out really soon.
It's just a port, really.
But
They're
like,
getting the
it's
money
just
for it.
weird how soon it's coming.
Well, apparently they've been working on it for a little bit, but they were like shipping it around to publishers, and then they just said, let's just
Do it ourselves.
do it ourselves. So they also said, though, that if this does well, between both the Kickstarter and the game then coming out, they want to do Wonderful 102. Kamiya's like, yo, I have these ideas. Like, it's planned. We just need to make sure that it's good.
Mm-hmm.
But then, they also announced the website Platinum 4.
Okay, I was gonna ask about this. Like,
Yeah. So Platinum 4 is a riff on the Capcom 5. So when Capcom was going into the PS2 GameCube generation, they announced the Capcom 5 being 5 projects that were their big new things. A lot of them were stuff like, I'm just going to type in the Capcom 5 and you'll see like it's the Capcom 5 were, it has a Wikipedia page. They were Beautiful Joe, Resident Evil 4, Killer 7, PNO3, and Dead Phoenix, which never came out. So really it was a Capcom 4 also. Okay. But like these were things that were big deals for, these are our new IPs that we're putting out, our new things. They were known. Of note, all of those were done pretty much by who would become Platinum Games, right? Like, they were all worked on by those people. So this is a reference to that.
One of these has to be Bayonetta 3.
So, no, because here's the thing.
That's new projects?
These are supposed to be new projects.
Revengeance 2.
So, well, the first one was the Wonderful 101 Kickstarter.
Yeah.
That was the one that they announced the website. You would
But
go
then
to
that's going against new, I guess.
No, it's a new project because the remake is a new project.
Okay, yeah.
There's still 3 more. Now, here's the interesting thing. Have you've heard of One Fest, right? I've been tweeting about it.
One Fest?
One Fest. It's where where they announced all the new figures.
Oh yeah,
right.
I saw that. Those Jojo ones.
Oh yeah. No, like it happens twice a year. They announce all the new figures, but Platinum Games was there with their own line of figures that they said were Platinum inspired. They're not of Platinum IPs. And they said basically, yeah, these were made by our character designers, you know. Maybe one of them might be a future IP or a character to appear in something. I don't know. Which makes people go, okay, which of these are the actual next IP or in a game? And I'm going to show you what one of them, like, there. As soon as I saw, I'm like, that's the one. That's the next new IP. Platinum. They're called Garage Kits. Platinum Games.
It was just Platinum.
Yeah, they're called the
Walls.
Visions of Platinum is what they were called.
That's a cool name.
And they're called the Future Heroes. So if we look down, so this was the one that I looked at, and
looks
it's
so cool.
It's like an angel sort of thing, and has like a whip and a spear. And I'm like, that is either a new IP or an enemy from Bayonetta 3.
Oh,
Right? And the funny thing is, when they showed this off, they're like, yeah, this one is really popular among the staff, but the most important thing is that it has a huge butt. Like, massive. Like, look at that thing. And it's based on, it's called the Tsukiyomi, which is like a machine built in humankind's image. It's about a legend about a rabbit that lives on a moon. It's like, yeah. But if I have to say what makes Tsukiyomi a Platinum Games character, well, just look at her from behind. Yep. So the other one was the Smith Reaper, which is kind of like a super deformed kind of character with a big
hammer.
Big hammer. It's a blacksmith and the Grim Reaper mixed together, and you get the Smith Reaper. Design a figure. I'm always proud of the space around her hips. Yep, boy, that's what you like.
Is that Kamiya saying that?
No, these are the creators of the
okay.
Because they're each done by a different Platinum Games staff member. So the next one is this sort of like biohazard looking one with like dead body bags, and it's like a dude in a suit. It's Kai 108. It's a sci-fi garbage collector. Kai notes that looks like he was put together using a Stormtrooper helmet, which explains why he isn't up for sale. So yeah, they used a Stormtrooper helmet for that one. And then there's this one, which is Platinum Man, I think. Platinum Man is a unofficial mascot of Platinum Games who appears in the background of certain games. I think he's in a poster in Astral Chain, along with P-Chan, their virtual YouTuber. So like, these are all these things that people are looking at, and they're like, so like, out of all those, you agree the top one is the one that looks like it's being used, right?
I'd almost say is the second one.
You think the second one, the Smith Reaper?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I feel like that's a very main character design, almost.
See, I look at that, and I think that's someone's just kind of tabletop drawing, you know? Like, it's someone just designed this in their spare time and said, that'd look cool as a figure, you know?
Maybe.
I think it's because of the proportions.
You're saying the first one there looks like a main character?
No, it looks like an enemy from a game.
Oh, okay.
Like, that looks like either like an antagonist of like the main bad guys, or even just a generic enemy, like a high-level generic enemy. I think that, like, that one to me looks like a fully realized character that you would fight, right? So, yeah, not a main character, but like one you would fight for sure. So, yeah, interesting stuff coming from them. So, maybe one of those is from the Platinum 4.
Maybe.
We'll have to see. What is this?
The Galaxy Z Flip?
Yeah, what is this?
It's a flip phone.
Oh, it's a phone. So when you said Galaxy Z Flip, I thought it was like an indie game.
No, it's a phone.
Okay.
It's they just announced it. It's pretty much like, you know how like companies do like the prototype, like they put out a product.
Yeah.
And it's like terrible.
Yeah.
But like the next one, it's like, okay, we're getting there.
Okay.
And it's the flip phone, and it's mainly designed to like save space in your pocket. But
is that the one that's like a square that flips open? Yeah, I saw that. Oh,
yeah,
it's
like,
interesting.
It's like almost bezel-less when you open it.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And it's like, it looks genuinely like a phone that could be like...
I will still wait to hear from other people, though, because after hearing about how easily the others broke...
Apparently they have like machines that flip open and close like all day. And it can do like 425,000.
But are those the actual ones being sold?
I don't know.
Or are those production models? Those are very different, right?
I don't know.
So I gotta wait.
I feel like that's the next step.
Going back to flip?
In cell phones.
Okay.
Make them big enough. And
I will say, it's better than the ones that are like the flexible that you can wear on your wrist. I'm like, that's not really getting big. Flip phones coming back? Sure, I'll take that.
Because I feel like this is as big as a phone can get. And the only way
you have not seen my cousin's phone. He has the Note or whatever.
Oh, those things. This is as big as like a... Note's too big.
It is. I don't. I'm
Like
I'm
something
like,
you can
I
slip in
don't-
your pocket easily.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like not have to use it with both hands, you know?
Then again, people slip their new 3DS XL into their pockets.
Who knows what the future holds for
Who
technology?
knows? Anyways, you can go on.
The Disney Plus stuff, we just watched this like the night after, or like the night of us recording the last podcast, so we didn't talk about it, but the new Disney Plus Marvel stuff, a little teaser.
Some interesting stuff there.
Yeah.
Some classic costumes, some alternate universe looking stuff, some characters. I will say it is shot definitely with a TV camera and not a movie camera. You can tell. But at the same time, it looks nicer than a regular TV sort of camera.
The
you know what I'm
Falcon
saying?
and the Winter Soldier stuff looks movie quality. The WandaVision stuff looks like TV because that's obviously what
It's that's intentional for that one. Yeah, for sure.
But like I love the shot that's like stuck in my mind is the one where like Bucky's holding the gun up to Zemo's head.
Yeah.
And all the bullet casings fall out of the gun.
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see. I know my dad is like he had Disney Plus for a bit, and he's like, I think we're done with it. And I'm like, well, I use it for some stuff, so I think I'm gonna be the one to start paying for it. I'm like, I'll keep going.
And my roommates always use it, and I don't use it at all. But I'm glad they're getting used out of it.
All right.
But yeah, looking forward to that. Before I was like kind of like, whatever. But now like seeing a bit of it, I'm like, okay, let's.
Yeah. I'm excited to see the What If.
Oh yeah.
The What If's gonna be awesome, I think. You might as well get the next one too. You have a bunch more.
The Oscars happened.
Yes.
We're done with video games, by the way.
Yeah.
Get that garbage out of here.
Well, I think there's more for me though.
Yeah, the Oscars happened. Parasite won Best Picture.
Yo, what's with the stigma towards subs? I don't get it. People who are like, I can't watch the movie if there's words at the bottom. It's like unless you have an actual like auditory like visual issue with like that's understandable. But if you're just an average person and you're like, I can't watch a movie, it's not in English.
It distracts from the actual movie, Tanner.
I don't get it. Like,
have you seen Parasite?
I have not, but I really want to.
Me too.
It's like I've heard, and what I've heard is know nothing about it.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Go in knowing nothing. It's going to be a good movie.
Cool.
I want to see it. But it's like, well, for one, it's like, I don't know where I can. Lord knows I'm not buying a DVD. Blu-ray, whatever. But it's like, I'm waiting for it to appear on some type of streaming thing, even if it's a paid streaming one. But it's just like, I just don't get the stigma.
Birds of Prey changed its name to Harley Quinn Birds of Prey.
Like, are you talking about the movie in theaters now?
Yeah.
So its name is now Harley Quinn Birds of Prey and the Emancipation of One Fabulous Harley Quinn.
That's what the original name was. And now they just moved Harley Quinn's name up to the front to get more sales. Because it was doing so poorly in the box office there.
My friend went to see it and he said he really enjoyed it.
It's just because it was really badly promoted.
It also is a DC movie, and I think a lot of people are going to realize, oh wait, maybe these aren't good.
I feel like just anything in the DCU is just kind of like, yeah, whatever. But I'm really interested in like the solo stuff, like the Joker. I'm like,
okay, but let's be real here. Joker is in name only almost.
I guess
Joker feels more like a film. Like, it feels like a film using the name, not necessarily being based on the Joker. Like, yeah, there's I know there's elements of
like you could say that about any rendition of the Joker.
No, because I don't know.
Have you seen Joker?
I've not, but I've seen more than enough reviews and clips.
That's not the same.
I know.
Which segues into the next story here. First look at Robert Pattinson as Batman, aka Daredevil. He looks like Daredevil.
God, you are absolutely right. He looks, mind you, it is because the shot is almost pure red, and the red reflection on the black suit makes it look red.
Yeah.
I still am like, yeah, okay, a younger Batman. I think
what do you
that's
think of
good.
what do you think of the raised cowl in the back there? It kind of makes it look kind of like more homemade.
So I mean, mind you, it's my first time ever seeing it, so until you pointed it out, I really didn't even notice.
Have you not seen the pictures?
Where would I?
They were all over the internet.
Do you think I follow anything anywhere that cares about Batman?
The symbol?
Yeah.
People like zoomed into it.
Yeah.
It's made out of gun parts from the gun that killed his parents.
I'm sorry. Oh my god. No, you're joking. You are making this up. You are making.
I'm not. It's so cool.
No, that's not real.
Yes, it is.
No, I don't know if that's cool or stupid. Is it both? It might be.
I think it's a bit both.
It's a bit both.
Okay. Oh, where's the bat symbol? Batman. Bat symbol.
Oh, I don't know about this, Chief.
Right there. You can see like the gun parts.
Oh my god!
I think it's so cool. There's a bit like a. What do you think of that? I feel like that's an amazing take on the character. Just that design.
Okay, I kind of like it.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. I think that's kind of cool. When you first said those words, I thought it was stupid, but now I'm like, no, you know what? Okay. In general, like I said,
yeah, that's it without all the red.
Okay, well, okay, that's a top.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I like that. I think that's a good suit.
Yeah.
I will say.
I'm still iffy on
Robert
this
Pattinson
part.
Looks a bit. Okay, no, I actually like it because it reminds me a lot of the kind of like not exactly, but it's more comic booky.
Yeah.
That is something that would be in like the 90s comics, right?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like that. Is that the full suit there or is that a fan
No, it's
one?
just a fan one.
Okay. It's always tough to tell.
Yeah, and then symbols made it from the gun that killed his parents.
That's so stupid but kind of cool.
But yeah, overall, I like it. And I'm interested to see what...
Robert Pattinson looks way older than I expected, though. I guess it has been years, but...
Well, because your image of him is from
Twilight. Yeah, absolutely.
So...
interesting.
Cool.
Interesting.
Go to your story here.
Well, I'll do the next one, and then I'll go back. Catherine Full Body was rated for the Switch.
Yep.
Yeah.
In South Korea there.
In South Korea, along with XCOM 2, but who cares about that? This ties into the poll that was going around by Atlas US or Atlas Japan, who's like, yo, what games do you want on the Switch?
It's like Persona 5, the Persona 4.
Every SMT game, every Persona game, and a couple of other ones.
That's good that they're thinking about it.
And I think that's
in their mind space.
I think it's way less about do you want it and more like what has the most like people wanting it to do first. I think it is a case of it's literally going to be what's number one on the list. All right, it's this one. Johnson, get on it. Sorry, Johnson Kuhn.
I feel like Persona and SMT games on Switch is just like money on the table.
Yeah. Now, mind you, the question is, of course, because this was also a question on it, what would you prefer? Straight ports or remakes? So there was the thing of where it's like, do you want Persona 3? Do you want Persona 3 FPS? Do you want Persona 3 Portable? Do you want a fusion of them? Do you want a new version? So it's like, what's going to be at the top of the list,
I can't really speak on Persona 3, but like...
for instance, what would you want? Vanilla P4, Golden P4, or a new version that has slightly more stuff?
Well, the easy answer is to go with the new stuff.
Right. Well, but they're going to look at the numbers and say like, because I know there's people who are against remakes of 3 and 4. They're saying like
complete remakes. I don't
think. Well,
not
not complete remakes, but even just a new version. You know, like add a bit more because like Persona 3 has 3 different versions that have different content. Like there's no definitive version of Persona 3. FES has content that's exclusive to it. Portable has content exclusive to it.
Is Royal the definitive version? What do you say? Like from the stuff you've heard?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Royal's the definitive version because there's no other version, right? Like I'd say Golden is the definitive version of 4, but there's also people who don't like Golden. There's people who hated Golden. Yeah. So that's the thing. Persona is one that a lot of people will look at the original and go, I don't like the new one.
I'd say like do the original of Persona 4, but like make it more modern.
So one thing I saw people say is just do Persona 4 or Golden and just use the dancing models, which are nicer.
Just upscale.
Just upscale, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I'd be down with that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd play any of them. I like them. They're good games.
And portable?
And portable.
Like,
Yeah, that's a big
money
one.
on the table right
Yep,
there,
absolutely.
dude. Like, that's gonna be everywhere if that happens.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Indiana Jones 5 starts shooting in 2 months there.
Is this back with
Harrison.
Harrison?
It's gonna be his last Indiana Jones because for obvious reasons.
Yeah, I think it'll be his last movie for obvious reasons. He's getting old.
Yeah.
Is this gonna have Shia LaBeouf?
No, I haven't heard anything.
I want it to be baby Shia LaBeouf back as Indy Jr. because I like that.
Just make it good.
Make it good.
Yeah.
I didn't hate Crystal Skull. Some people did.
Well, I think Harrison Ford also said it's going to like resolve a lot of like historical stuff with Indiana Jones.
Okay.
Whatever that means.
Sure. Well, I know Indiana Jones is one of those things where, like, if you look on the cover, like the VHS tapes of Indiana Jones, it says like the first Indiana Jones movie says like episode 33. Indiana Jones 2 is 34, 35, and then Indiana Jones because there's a whole series of things called Young Indy, which is Indiana Jones when he was younger. There's adventures from when he was a kid all the way up to the real movie. So they might pull out some history from that.
Cool. And I don't know why I should have put this in the game section, but Disney said they want video game companies to play with their IPs, yet they're like so protective of them. Like they want stuff like
I think
like Fallen Order and like
I think
that kind
this
of
is
stuff.
just them saying. I think this is just a person said this.
Okay, well,
and it's not what the company view is. I think
I
at the
saw a
end
few
of the
things.
day, it's I don't know, because
then this is why it's at the end of the story list.
Yeah.
So
we'll see. Yo, that Castlevania trailer.
I haven't watched it.
Ooh,
I'm not gonna watch it.
Good. You know what? That's fair.
Yeah.
All I'll say is there's some game references in it.
Video game references in a video game show?
Well, because I mean, the Castlevania kind of sparingly does it because it was interesting because season 1 was kind of original. Season 2 was like the plot of Castlevania 3, and then people thought season 4 would be something else. Or sorry, season 3 would be something else. But now that people are watching it, they're like, oh no, this might be kind of an original season. Like it's kind of going an interesting place, but you're seeing enemies from the classic games, and you're like, oh cool. Some of the bosses. But a lot of original stuff.
Okay.
It still has Trevor, Sypha, Alucard doing their thing. Some interesting, speculation going. It's not far off, but it's 10 episodes. Longest season so far. So I'm excited.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then finally, Fast and Furious 10 could be a 2-parter according to Vin Diesel.
Oh my God, we're gonna get 10 and 10 too. So think about this.
10 is like confirmed to be the final installment.
Final Fantasy 10, FF10. Final Fantasy 10-2, FF10-2. Fast and Furious 10, FF10-2, Fast and Furious 10-2. I am so angry.
You know they're gonna call it that too. They're so stupid with the names.
It's gonna be they're gonna call it
The ninth one is called F9 The Fast Saga.
They're literally gonna call it FF10-2 and put it in theaters. That's what they're gonna do.
And it's gonna be the best one. You know that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Buck wild. All right, we're taking our break. This has been a long start of the podcast.
Yes.
We're gonna take our break. Reno. We'll come back. We're gonna do.
We don't have any spoilers, and we have just like a few questions. So
yeah, we just have foreign exchange. We're gonna do our
Next
border
foreign
battle.
exchange.
We have questions, and that's about it. So yep, we will see you when we get back from our break. Reno, guys. Ciao. Hi everyone, we're back.
We're all real, all coffee.
Yeah, man, you could follow like the saga of you and coffee by listening to the podcast, going from this stuff's stupid to bro, just try it once to oh my god, this is the best thing ever to it is now part of my daily life.
If you're listening, I want you to go to the podcast episode, whenever that was. If you care enough, if you're bored enough, go to the episode where I said I hate coffee. Go to the episode where I tried coffee, and then to this one. Splice them all together.
Yep.
And then we'll have a saga. Better than the new trilogy for Star Wars.
Yeah, for sure, because character development actually matters. Right? Oh,
No, I'm not a fan of...
Look at those gulps there. You can see
Sorry.
them. You can see them on the timeline. Gulp ASMR. What were you saying you're not a fan of?
I'm not a big fan of the cream you guys got there.
Oh, that one?
It's not like unconsumable, but like I definitely.
It's not as nice as the French vanilla, right? Yeah. We usually pick whatever one is on sale.
I tried the double one.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't as punchy as the regular vanilla.
Yeah, because it's just more of a generic like coffee flavor instead of a vanilla cream flavor. But I like it too.
Nothing's knocked down vanilla.
No, vanilla's
That's
still
number one,
the best.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well,
I haven't played that. I haven't tried that.
try the Bailey's ones.
Or there was the other one, the other flavor.
Cinnabon?
Cinnabon. I haven't tried that yet.
Oh, Cinnabon is so good. It's like you're drinking a cinnamon bun. And I don't even like cinnamon buns.
No,
No, I actually don't super like them.
I love like taking them apart and like.
I think it's just because we always get them handmade. Like we make them at home there, and when they're cold, they get hard, and it's kind of gross when they're hard and cold. It's like you need them hot, right? And I don't like the Actually, it's weird. I love the Cinnabon coffee, but I don't super love the cinnamon buns. Like they're just too. I don't know. I don't know.
It depends like what kind you have. You probably had like a bad one, maybe.
Maybe. Anyways, this has nothing to do with what we're actually talking about. We're looking at
Finish my coffee.
our foreign exchange.
Foreign exchange.
So this week, I took a look at Hollow Knight, and you took a look at Panty and Stocking with Garterbelt.
Yes.
So I think I'll start because I did my playthrough first. So I played Hollow Knight. So I played it on stream there, which is, for those of you who don't know, it is a little bug Metroidvania. So you play as a little bug dude who goes around fighting other little bug dudes, and it's kind of dark and Tim Burton-y, you know? Little.
I wouldn't say that.
Well, I would. Okay, let's say the word gothic, right? It's like a gothic style.
Oh yeah, definitely in
Right?
the city area you didn't get to. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, even just seeing from like where the rest of it was there, right? It's just kind of like a gothic architecture, a little bit knight, like as in like knights sort of armor stuff, right? You know, you're fighting bug stuff. So it's a good game. I'll say that from the get-go.
One of the best. One of my favorite games.
It's a good game. However, I don't think it was good for me to play it on a stream. And I think by me streaming it, I was rushing. I wanted to show content, you know? So I think that was a bit of a detriment. So, for example, when I kept dying over and over to a couple of nights, right? And I was just getting frustrated, it was less so about the game and more so about me not being able to show content. So if I was playing
You weren't trying to learn.
I wasn't trying to learn because I couldn't take the time because I'm on stream, right? And when you're streaming, you use way more energy than if you're just playing. So I do think that if it was a game that I were to sit down and just play, I would really enjoy it. The atmosphere and the music was really nice.
Amazing.
The art style's really good. I definitely still agree. Yeah, get a sword fighter me costume.
Well, now you know. Now you played the game it's from. If it gets in, so
Yeah, for sure. However, something interesting happened afterwards that wasn't on stream.
Interesting.
So then, for one of my Patreon games, I actually played Ori and the Blind Forest, which I feel like is the same genre but polar opposite game direction.
What do you mean?
So, from what I played, the platforming was easy and the combat was hard. Where Ori is the other way around. The combat in Ori, do you know how it works?
Yeah, I played the demo.
Well, so you have the little sprite, and you press the attack button, and it just auto fires at nearby enemies.
Yeah.
Where that's easy, but then the platforming is difficult because it's like you gotta be more pixel perfect almost, right? You will not easily clear jumps. You gotta jump off the edge. And I think playing them back to back really made me sort of think like, what do I prefer?
You think Hollow Knight platforming is easy?
From what I played, at least.
Okay.
I know.
It gets insane.
Oh no, I know. But from just from looking at, because I looked at about the first hour of Ori and the first 2 hours of Hollow Knight there. So I think just thinking about what do I prefer, I think I much prefer a movement-based Metroidvania over a combat-based Metroidvania.
See, I think I'm the opposite way. I really like the enemy encounters and how what you have in your arsenal can be used as navigating, but it can also be used as combat. And
Yeah, no, I get that.
how like even with the badges you get,
Yeah.
that adds a ton of replayability because like you can like equip this kind of moveset to have this kind of to go through the game like this.
Yep.
To either make it easier or harder for yourself.
And so that's another thing too, where just looking at, again, from game design perspective, Hollow Knight, it's like, do you want to map where you want to see where you are on the map? You got to equip a badge for that. Do you want to place pins on the map? You got to buy it, right?
So people say that that's the weakest part of the game, where it's like you're thrown in and it's kind of like...
Where Ori's the opposite, where it's like, oh, did you find the map stone? Here's the whole area with everything shown for you. It's like right from the get-go, you unlock free warping, right? You can press a button at any time and create a save point, right? So I'm just comparing the two. Like, I enjoyed my time with Hollow Knight, but I was like, I don't know if this is for me.
Where do you place it with Guacamelee?
Oh, I love Guacamelee.
Yeah?
Guacamelee's top.
Top? Okay.
And I think Guacamelee has a few things going for it above both of them that I really like. Guacamelee does sort of combat trial rooms where it locks you in and you do the combat there. And I like that more than sort of general encounters, because then it's like, it's a set arena, right? And it's like, you're not supposed to go left or right. It's like, you're in a set arena, right?
I feel like you should play more of Hollow Knight to get the full experience.
Yeah, no, for sure. I know that I only scratched the surface.
Oh, yeah. There's like a whole like other side of the story coin.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, that you haven't seen.
Yeah, no, I know for sure.
Yeah.
I think it also comes down to a bit of style. Dreary atmosphere stuff for me, I appreciate it, but it doesn't compel me, if that makes sense. I don't look at it and say, like, when I look at Guacamelee, I smile.
Yeah.
When I look at Ori, even at times, I smile. But sometimes I'm just looking at Hollow Knight and I'm like, aside from the bug who was super thick, I mean, dang, girl, that booty was
Can you say
popping.
what she says?
Oh, I don't even remember, but she just
Bomb
goes...
bomb.
She's
Or
like,
like
Bomb Sabongi.
Bomb Sabongi.
It's like she's so sick.
No, she's like Bomb Sabongi.
Bomb Sabongi.
What do you think of the map? Cornifer.
He's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hornet was awesome. That Hornet fight was sick.
Yeah.
I really like that.
There's a reason why she's going to be playable.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, well, you look at that and you go, you're the Virgil. You're the rival with a slightly different moveset who's probably tied in the past and will get a separate playable campaign. Like, I can see that a mile away. No, I enjoyed it, but I think it's going in a direction that is not for me. Like, I don't like Dark Souls, for instance.
But it's like the why I like Hollow Knight so much is that like I have that like full experience where like I know the entire map and it's like like being able to like map the direction out and go you know the map, you know the area, and even like the story adds to the lore.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
No, I get that.
I feel like the story in Hollow Knight like lends itself to the game better than any Metroidvania.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is it? Because I don't really. Again, the only thing I've seen for it is Korean speedruns, so that doesn't explain much. Is there a lot of proper cutscenes as you continue, or is it mostly world building through sort of lore and?
It's very like any cutscenes in the game are just like either establishing shots of new areas.
Okay.
Because there's one in the city and then there's one at the end of the game.
Okay.
And it's all like
Wrong question. I don't mean like where it kind of becomes a proper cutscene. We're talking like, is there like sections where characters talk to each other for an extended period, or is it mostly
like to each other or to you?
Kind of, well, to each other or to you. Like, is there a character who says like, this is what's going on and explains it, or is it you got to figure it out on your own?
There's a lot of figuring out on your own.
Okay.
But there's also stuff where, like, what's being told to you is, like, what's happening.
Okay, so is there a character who says, like, this is what's going on?
Hornet, I'd say.
Okay.
But she doesn't say it outright. She's like...
She hints?
This could happen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But, like, endgame stuff, it gets, like, to levels where it's, like... dream stuff, like...
Yeah, I know about the dreaming stuff a little bit.
Yeah. And knowing, like... I always like stories that have, like... mastermind in the background. That's everywhere, but you can't see it.
Yeah, that's always good.
And that's what's happening in Hollow Knight.
Interesting, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. No, it's something I enjoyed. It's something that I do think I do want to go back to, but play on my own. Mm-hmm. I think
it's definitely taking your time and just like, taking in the environment.
It is both. It is a game you need to focus on.
Mm-hmm.
It's a game that you need to both your physical memory of knowing those attack patterns and stuff, but also commit to memorizing the maps, memorizing stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's like one of the best Metroidvanias in terms of I can't come up with the word right now, but just like atmosphere and feeling and like
no, for sure.
Lore.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but yeah, you definitely can't get the full experience when there's people saying buck tits in the chat, you know?
Yeah, they did. Indeed, they did.
And it's on. You could plug the video right now if you want to see that. If you want to see the entire Hollow Knight stream, Tanner did.
Oh yes, it is on my channel. Tanner of the North.
Can't believe to plug your own channel.
I know. Well, most people probably know, but if they don't, you can watch it on my channel there. It's Let's Stream Hollow Knight. It is 2 hours of me playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I still like. It's a little segue. It relates to the stream stuff, but like that Club Penguin stream is like, it's just timeless. It's like every time I watch that edited version, I like get it laugh.
So good. Oh, bless you, Joe.
I hope you get like a stream. I hope I gave you something that is here that like that's equivalent to that amount of fun.
I think it needs to be open enough for that. It can't be something too rigid, right?
Yeah.
It needs to be something more open.
There's definitely some things.
Okay. All right.
Maybe.
We'll see.
We'll see.
All right, though. To go quite a different ways from Hollow Knight, we have the dub of Panty and Stocking with Garterbelt.
Where do I begin?
Did you like it?
Okay, so at first when I started watching it, I'm like, okay. So the impression I had going in was like, okay, Deadpool humor, right? Raunchy stuff.
Very raunchy.
And then it got to levels where I'm like, okay, this is definitely...
Was it the food part? The food part is the one that gets a little too much for me.
What? Stocking's obsession with it?
No. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then it didn't hit the same way for you. It's okay.
Yeah, I definitely don't remember like a food thing. But like, okay, so I overall enjoyed it.
Okay.
It was very much Monster of the Week with the ghosts. I'm like, okay, this is kind of like, and then it just kind of forgot about the ghosts, and they were just chilling.
That is absolutely what Japan does, though. For everything, everything starts Monster of the Week, and then they either forget about it or move on.
And then it's like those last 2 episodes were amazing, because it was like actual like great storytelling.
Oh yeah.
And then it ended, and I'm like, I want more.
And then after it ended, and then you don't even have to hide it. The ending is a known meme.
I watched it this morning, and I'm like, that's how it ends?
Actually, I'm a demon. Cuts her up into pieces. What?
I was like, excuse me?
The day Gynax ruined Christmas because it was Christmas when it aired and the whole internet exploded.
Rip. But yeah, I really... Yeah.
What's your favorite episode, would you say? Because they really go different places.
There was one episode I really liked.
Was it the Transformers one?
No. Like, come on.
It just... The Megatron... Like, they look exactly like Megatron and Optimus.
It definitely wasn't my kind of humor, but like where it got me to laugh was just how outrageous it was. Like, come on, Optimus Prime, like, really? But my favorite episode was the one where it's just like full of euphemisms. I think it's the one that started with on like the Normandy beach there.
Yeah,
that one. That was a funny one. I like that one. I loved the whenever they killed a ghost. It was
it was the real model that they would explode.
Garterbelt was so funny. I think it was like the funniest part of the show.
He is so funny.
He's a bit stereotypical, but
and he's totally played by a white guy. You know,
is he?
He's played by the guy. He's played by Chris Sabat, who's Vegeta. Chris Sabat. Yeah, he's played by Chris Sabat, right? Like, he's the Dragon Ball guy.
That's interesting.
And he does such a good job that everyone's like, no, you get a pass.
The dub is awesome.
Oh, it's so good.
It's amazing.
Like, so when it first aired, we all watched it in Japanese because it was, like, airing at the time, and everyone's like, this is good. When they announced the dub, people were really worried because they're like, I don't know if it'll translate. No, it did. No, it did. It made it better.
Yeah, it was just, like, swears left and right, like... Some more NSFW stuff, but overall, yeah, I enjoyed it.
All right, the music.
Oh, that Indian theme we got to put at the end.
Oh, it's so good, right?
It's such a bop.
What about the one with the music video in the episode, D-Rock City?
Oh yeah, that one. That was a good one. Yeah,
right.
It reminded me of like the 2000s rock.
Right? Yeah, it's like a lot of fun there. That one, that one's a really fun one there. I'm just trying to think of just specific episodes that jumped out to my mind. What about the one with the really weird art style that's not that's not like the show itself at all till the very end?
That was one where like I was doing something else at the time.
Yeah.
But I'm like looking at it, I'm like, am I watching the right show?
Yeah. So I think that's what I thought too when I watched it. I'm like, is this the right thing at all? And then it's like, oh yeah, that's a city nearby. It just has a different art style.
The whole the main villain, the Corset, yeah. His dub was great.
So I don't even know what his dub voice is.
It's so good.
I gotta listen to it.
The whole finale was like those last two episodes where like it turns out like Brief is like a good looking guy.
Yeah, just like, beneath that hair.
Yeah. And like just like Panty's character development in those last two episodes.
She gets some you're like, oh,
I'm like,
wow.
Give me more of those last two episodes, because those were like my favorite part of the show.
Okay, but what about the fight between the Anarchy Sisters and Scanty and Knee-Socks in the school with the car driving through the hallway?
Oh, that was so wild. The one with the dog. Oh, the dog turning into like the big beast at the end. I was like so hyped. Yeah. Chuck's the best. But that episode I liked how they were split into halves.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Well, because again, they're trying to be like a Western cartoon, right? And so like Dexter's Laboratory, you get 2 half episodes that's what they try to go for, right?
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that Chuck episode. I'm like, what's going on here? He's like just went on an acid trip.
So yeah, some hit really good. Some are a bit less of a hit, I would say.
Yeah.
Also, some just are completely like you look at it and like that was not canon, like the zombie episode.
Oh yeah.
Which just ends everyone as a zombie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That was fun.
So it was fun, you'd say?
And my roommate, I'm like. And he's like, "Oh, what did Tanner give you this time?" And I'm like, "Show called," because I was kind of hesitant.
Yeah, you don't want to say it, right? Yeah, it's like you're like, ooh.
Called Panty and Stalking, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I watched that."
Oh, nice.
I mean, that's weird.
Yeah. No, it's
more popular than I thought it was.
It's very popular.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, like you look at that and you're like, yeah, they sold Hot Topic merch. Like you know for sure. Can you tell that the people who worked on this went on to make Trigger?
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh, the animation was great.
Right?
Yeah, I love the animation. Sometimes it was kind of hard to follow, but like when it was like, again in those final 2 episodes, it was like peak. Loved it.
What about... We're just going full spoilers. The foot.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I'm like, so the main guy dies by being stepped on by a
By God, who's a woman, or at least a guy in really drag, you know? Giant foot comes down.
Yeah, that's wild. And they just zip the portal to hell up.
Yep, that's all they do.
And leave. Yeah.
All right. Okay. I was a bit worried about this one. I was like, I think you'll either like it or this will be the worst one for you.
It definitely wasn't the worst one.
So that's good. That's good.
But I wish there was more of those last 2 episodes. The pacing wasn't good.
So
I didn't like the pacing in the show.
Or I think that's absolutely intentional. I think it was intentional because like really, there's no pacing until the ending.
That episode where it's just the shot of the room.
I thought that was really cool.
I like that one, yeah.
That was a really creative episode.
I liked it when they went to creative measures.
Yeah.
But like when they just kind of like stop following like what's going on here? Like what are we doing? Mm-hmm. I don't like wasting time.
Fair enough.
But like unless they're really well done, like the room one.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
well,
it.
Time for our next foreign exchange.
Okay.
How would you go for us this time?
Okay. It's a movie.
It's a movie. Okay.
Yeah.
I will see if I can install it onto my phone to watch on my flight.
Oh. Okay. Well, I have the Blu-ray here.
Well, I'll just rip it.
Okay.
I'll just rip it. I got the power.
You could just rent it too.
I could, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a very well-known movie.
Oh, it's well known. Is it new?
Yeah. It's new, yeah. Yeah. Last year.
Last year. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it... So you mean 2019?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it a part of a big series?
No.
Is it part of a series?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Live action, of course.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Theatrical release?
Yeah. Big theatrical release.
Big, okay.
Yeah.
So like AAA?
Yeah, I'd say so. Like, well-known director.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yes.
Wow, cool, I got it.
Yeah, you got it.
Nice.
Want you to watch Tarantino's new movie.
Sure. I
Yeah.
could do that.
People say it's fantastic.
Yeah, I've
One of
heard
his
really
best.
good stuff about him.
Yeah.
I heard there's also a lot of feet.
Yeah. A lot of
Cool. Awesome.
It's very... I'm glad you're going to watch on a flight because, like, it's a movie you need to, like, engross yourself in to get the
That's a time I can do it, too.
There you go.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Cool.
Guess that's when I will take a look at it.
Sounds good.
All right.
Is it a game?
It's not.
Is it a long series?
It's not something to watch either.
Is it a long book?
It's long, but I'm not asking you to look at all of it.
Okay. What is the genre?
Comic.
Manga or comic?
Manga.
Manga. Okay.
Yep.
One Piece.
Oh, wow. Hey, you got it in one.
Wow.
So,
this was coming eventually.
it was coming.
Yeah.
Now, because I was thinking about how do I want you to actually take a look at it. The show
So is it like, have you thought of it like, are you giving it for me to like review on the podcast? Or are you going to like try to incorporate
well, no,
Jojo it?
What it was sort of like was because I wanted you to learn about the actual like world and stuff of One Piece. But the idea was like, okay, there's different ways you can go about it. The manga, the anime, the games, or there's even like a movie version of like the first couple seasons where they take the first like 100 episodes and cram it into a 2-hour special, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, what is the best way to do it? And I really thought about it, and I'm like, you got to go the original, I think, right?
Okay.
That is the best way. So I have a login for the Shonen Jump app, which gives you access to all of it. However, I'm only getting you to read up to the end of what I would say is the first major arc. So I mean, I'm gonna say a number, and you're gonna probably scream, but it's not bad because they're short chapters.
Okay.
Okay. 217.
Holy shit.
So here's the thing. They're only about 20-page chapters.
You think I can do that in 2 weeks?
I absolutely think you can.
Okay.
Because it takes only a couple minutes to read a chapter.
All right.
Like
Are they like
okay, for the record, I read
length or
about that.
Okay.
But I read from chapter 1 to about this chapter that I'm giving you on the train ride in Japan.
Oh.
It's not a lot really.
Okay.
Mind you, I am a fast reader.
I'm a fast
but
reader too.
They're not super long.
Okay.
So it is to the end of what is called the Alabasta arc. That is one of the major arcs there. You really get a taste for where the series goes from there. First couple really set up the series, but like this is where it sort of shows the sort of how it handles an arc, right? So yeah, we do have that. Now, mind you, if you would like I think there's a colorized link. I could also maybe send that to you. I'll see if I can get that if you prefer colorized. But otherwise, yeah, so it'd be up to 217.
Okay.
That is the sort of unofficial end of that arc because it's not official there.
I'm like imagining Beat like marking out right now, messaging.
He might be, and I think he'd be happy because I actually. I mean, to pull back the curtain, I messaged him and I'm like, all right, how should I really go about it? I want to. And he's like, I think you got to go with the original.
Okay.
Right? So that's what we're looking at.
Sounds good.
And it's like, honestly, read a bit before bed each night. That's what I usually did. And it's like, you'll get through it. It's 217 sounds like a big number, but once you get going, you'll be cranking through them. It's fast, right?
Is it an easier read than Jojo?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The art is clean. It is like if I'm gonna type in just like One Piece chapter 1, like the art is clean art.
Oh yeah,
Like
for sure.
Very clean. It is like it is very much. You won't have an issue, right? It's newer too, right? It's way newer than JoJo.
Okay.
So like you'll have a good time. It'll be in English, unlike whatever language that is.
I want to compare like a One Piece panel to a JoJo panel.
Oh! I mean, look at the white space, right? There's not even really grays almost. I mean, the art style does change over time. It also looks very different from kind of the modern style a bit. But that's just because art evolution there. But yeah, like you'll see there's way more bigger pictures, right?
Yeah, like...
Yeah, we're doing a comparison. Well, that's a pretty empty panel up there, but like...
okay.
Like, yeah, like comparing it, it's a very big, open, clean, easy read.
I don't know why I'm reading this. I haven't read this yet.
So, but that's why you can get through it quickly, because, like, look at it, right?
Yeah.
So, no, it's, here's, that's a bad example because it's not loading. Yeah, like, look at this. Like, look, nice, and, like, that's 2 pages done. Mm-hmm. You can read that in a couple seconds, right? So that's why it sounds like a big number, but it's really not. And I will say one thing about One Piece that's really good is that it's one of the few manga that I've read that you can literally glance through it and it plays like a movie. Like, you can really just give it a general look, which is good there. Yeah, that chapter you're looking at has not a lot going on in JoJo.
I just don't remember reading this. Who's this guy? Huh. Okay, sorry.
Okay. So next time we will take a look at Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and
it's Once Upon a Time ellipses in Hollywood.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
And there will be a very. Do you? Okay. Sorry, I need to wrap back on something.
Well, I don't know much about the murder, but I know a bit.
If you know what happened, that's all you need to know.
Then okay. Then I'm good.
Okay.
Cool.
Border battle.
Border battle.
It's been about a few.
It's been a bit because we had.
It's the first time since we came back
Yes, it has because
Yeah.
we've been busy, but now it's all Gucci. We're
Yeah.
good. So, for those of you who are new, Border Battle is where we play a game of Super Fight. I have a deck of cards that are Japan-based. Adrian has a deck of cards that are based on the West there.
Like Walking Dead,
Walking
just
Dead, all
regular
that.
stuff. I think Walking Dead's just in this one. And you have like Street Fighter and
Yeah,
anime.
I have Street Fighter and anime.
I get a new deck.
Well, no, because also yours is a lot of the general deck, too. Because I have the basic deck, and most of that is for you, right?
Yeah. Should still get a new deck eventually for Western.
Yeah.
I'll do some research.
Yeah, we could. I actually ordered another anime deck, but they sent me another one of the second one, and I'm like, I don't want the second one again. So we pick a series of 5 characters, a hand of them. We pick the one character that we would like to play as, and then we pick from a series of 5 augmentation cards that will give us, you can either give it to the opponent or use it ourselves to change how the fight is, and then we talk about who we think would win.
Yep.
So let's start by drawing.
Let me throw it to you.
Yes, and then we throw it to you. There will be a poll in the description for you to vote.
And please
So,
vote.
Please vote, yes.
This is the most important part of the podcast.
So I'm going to start by drawing my 5 here. And I'm going to pick... Ooh, interesting. Okay. Well, I got mine. Okay.
Let me just check if
I immediately picked my character.
Okay.
And it's about creativity too. It's not just about being overpowered. Also, the One Punch Man card is gone. We got rid of that one. That was just unfair.
That's because you lost.
I lost because there's no argument.
I bet you would have kept it if you would have gotten it.
No, I would have got rid of it because it would have been unfair. I'm not that type of person who wins without any sort of regard for the opponent. If you don't win stylishly, it doesn't matter. Oh, you're giving me a look right now.
It's like I could do that, and there's infinite possibility. But I could do that, and there's that other possibility.
Ah.
You know?
Many paths open for you.
There are a lot of options here.
Do you walk the path less traveled? Or do you walk the one of less rocks? The paved one?
I got one.
All right. So now we will draw 5 augmentation cards, of which we pick 2 from, which will let us determine what our special characteristics are.
5 of them?
5, yeah, and you get to pick 2.
4 and 5. Okay. You ever just say that?
Oh, absolutely, all the time.
Okay.
I just that Donkey Kong. Okay.
A lot of these aren't great, but I feel like some of these could hinder the original, you know?
Okay.
So I'm
Yeah.
obviously not going to go with those. Trying to fill the dead air here.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think right now of how I could use this to my full potential.
You know what?
Okay, I got mine.
Okay. You know what? Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
It's the most interesting of them.
All right. I picked interesting as well. I'll take your discards. All right. For purposes that I will
Oh, I only got one.
let you know, you have to go first.
I only took one.
Oh, you only took one?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's give you back your... Let me just get rid of mine then. Because I'll just... Okay.
Don't look at them.
No, well, no, I know that's the last one for me. Because I counted.
And then we might as well just throw this in.
Okay. Sounds good. So, like I said, for reasons that I will soon disclose, you must go first.
I am Hermione from Harry Potter.
You mean Hermione.
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 Shut up. So she has the magic power. She has a wand.
Okay.
We'll say she's like Deathly Hallows skill level.
All right.
All right.
I don't know what that means. Go ahead.
Like, she's experienced.
Okay,
She knows
experience.
she
Okay.
can go up
Not-
against a Death Eater.
Not young, but
Yeah.
now we're talking about end of saga. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Okay. She's super strong, just in general.
Okay, what is she?
No, like that's one of the cards.
Okay.
She's super strength.
Because you didn't show me the card, so I thought you were just saying, yeah, Hermione, she's ripped just naturally. I'm like, I don't know about that.
And then she's armed with a kitten cannon.
A kitten cannon.
Yeah, just to throw a little bit of randomness in there.
All right. Well, I'm
Wackiness.
I'm evil Hermione.
Okay.
Now, evil Hermione does not get the powers of super strength or a kitten cannon. Instead, she has a beam that turns the opponent into candy. And she also has the power to suck up characters like Kirby.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So we have a wizarding battle, shall we
Yes.
say.
Yeah.
So again, the setting is New York, an empty New York City, Times Square, Jump Force style. Who makes the first move?
Let's make this interesting and put in Hogwarts. Why not?
I was gonna say that's not fair because home field advantage, but I guess it is for both of us.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
Yeah.
Just like that one in and the Chamber of Secrets where Harry and Draco do the wizard battle on the table.
Sure.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And you could get a toy where like you place them on the table and then you place the spell tokens and they would fire at each other.
No, I don't remember
Oh,
that.
I'm gonna show this to you because this thing was so cool.
Oh, you didn't do it.
I didn't even click on it. The Harry Potter wizard
You
battle.
didn't do it.
Why is it not clicking? The wizard battle toy looks so cool. Potter, wizard,
Party.
battle.
What do you look at? You. What are you typing?
Sorry, I'm not. Where is it? It was like, yeah, it was this. So you place them on like this figure thing, and then you place spells in the back, and the spells would like counterpick each other, like this. So you place the different spells, and each character came with different spells.
Interesting.
It's called the Power Caster. That was rad. That was so cool. Anyways,
So,
who makes the first move?
So is evil Hermione the one? Because I don't think Hermione would use the Avada Kedavra.
No,
too
she
good for
wouldn't.
that.
Yeah, she's too good.
But would evil Hermione do that?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
She has knowledge of all the dark curses and will use them.
Okay, so she uses Expelliarmus and all that.
Yes.
Yeah, which can deflect the killing curse.
I know that.
Okay. Well, you say like what? Well, I don't know what the end of what Deathly Hallows.
My
means.
knowledge ends with about part 4.
Part 4,
Yeah.
year 4. They're years.
Oh my god, dude, I don't care.
I don't say I don't care.
Fire a kitten at me!
Pew.
I turn that kitten into food and suck it up.
That's a really weird to picture.
She fires the kitten cannon. I turn it into candy, and then I suck it up.
Okay, so I shoot a kitten.
Yes.
I cast the spell that turns him into an animal,
It already is an animal.
a dangerous animal, like a poisonous snake.
Okay.
Okay. You swallow it. I cast Accio, rip it out of your stomach, and you're dead. I know more about Harry Potter than you.
You do. Picking this was probably this would be a really good card if you picked almost anything else. I cast Stupefy on the
You know what Stupefy does?
yeah, it makes him stupid.
No.
What's it do?
It's just a more powerful Expelliarmus, pretty much, I think.
I thought it was like it like confused them.
Again, it's been a while since
It's been a hot minute, yeah.
yeah, but
Anyways, I cast it on.
it doesn't make them stupid.
Okay, it doesn't make him stupid, but it's like a burst, let's say, right? So I cast it on one of the kittens, and the kitten explodes. Now Hermione, or Hermione, as some people call her, is a bit of a bleeding heart. So she sees that and she's like, "Oh God, oh dear God, I have killed a creature." Remember, she has a pet. She likes cats.
Yeah.
Remember, she turned into one
Yeah.
in one of the movies. Yeah. So she like when that happens, she's like in tune with her
But
inner.
didn't I already
self.
kill you?
Well, okay, but let's. I cast Stupefy on the one that is flying towards me. That would then turn into the one to rip me open. Right. Also, I just Wingardium Leviosa flying around.
You can't do that. You can't cast that in yourself.
And I cast it on one of the cats. And the cat goes into one of the chandeliers on the Great Hall.
We're not in the Great Hall though.
Where are we?
I thought we were in the little the on top the dueling mats.
Did they? Oh, okay, that's not in the Great Hall. You're right. I thought it was Great Hall. Anyways, okay, we're in that costume. The cat's way up there. And the cat's like, I need to get down. And Hermione, being a bleeding heart, is like, I gotta get that cat down. So she stops the battle to go up there. And as you're going up there, Avada Kedavra.
No.
Yeah.
I think she's smarter than that. She's incredibly smart. She
Is
knows it's a trap.
Is she smart? She
Yeah,
ends up with Ron Weasley, dude. That's not very smart.
That because she's a bleeding heart.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean she's
Isn't
not
Ron
stupid.
Weasley just like the ultimate like wounded kitten?
You can make like
Avada Kedavra!
you can make like similarities between Okuyasu and Ron.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. That sentence there is hurting me. That sentence is literally destroying my insides like a virus.
Okay, so we're in Hogwarts, right?
Yes.
This is post Chamber Secrets. Hermione knows where the Chamber Secrets is.
Okay.
I'd go to the Chamber Secrets.
It's a long way to just go, but sure.
You don't know what the classroom would be right near the girls' bathroom.
Then don't you have to like move the toilets in a proper way?
Just the sink faucet.
Oh, okay.
A little bit. It takes a while to open, but while I'm doing that, I'm shooting kids at you. There's no limit to this kitten cannon.
There's no limit to how many.
So it could be like.
There's no limit to how many kittens I can turn into candy and vor.
So what is this like turning like what?
And that heals my HP.
No, it doesn't. Because that you're just making up an ability.
No.
Yeah.
In the Harry Potter RPGs for Game Boy Color,
No.
Hermione would eat the chocolate frogs and they would restore her HP. Therefore, it makes sense that
We're not in the game universe though.
the games are canon.
No, they're not.
They're absolutely canon. There's canon is what you're firing the kittens out of. Good, it's a kitten cat. Okay. Sorry.
I'm super strong. I could just come up to you and break your neck.
Yeah, well,
Magic can't do shit against physical strength.
Okay, but for real, there's a manga I'm reading now, which is literally what if there was a super buff wizard going to Hogwarts,
Oh my
and
God.
it's amazing. It's just like, I didn't learn magic, I just punch stuff, and it's awesome. Just read that on the app when I give it to you. Anyways, I think there's not much else for us to do. I think we're about reaching a standstill.
I feel like this has been going too long since we're in Hogwarts, and there's like an immense.
There is.
Because like, even if I got you into the Chamber Secrets, the best.
Yo, you know what I do? I go up while you're going to Chamber of Secrets. I go up and I get Fluffy.
Is Fluffy still there though?
Is there anything
After
to
movie
prove
one,
that Fluffy
after movie
goes
one,
away?
he's nowhere to be seen. He probably got taken away
Why would he be taken away?
because he was just there to guard the Sorcerer's Stone, and now it was.
But the keeper likes him. The creepy guy.
You actually don't know what his name is?
I don't know.
No, you know what his name is.
Albuquerque Fitzgerald.
You don't know
know.
You don't know what
The groundskeeper. Groundskeeper
Yeah.
Willie.
No, you idiot!
I don't know his name.
Are you kidding me?
What's his name? Say it.
So you know his stupid big face on a meme.
I know his face, but I don't know his name.
Hagrid.
No, I'm not talking about Hagrid.
Oh.
I'm talking about the other guy. The creepy looking one.
Oh, Filch.
Yeah, Filch. That's what I thought it
You don't know
was.
what Filch is?
But yeah, no, I thought his name was Filch, but I was going to say Fitch, Filch,
No.
other ones. Anyways, he liked him.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
He had nothing to do with him.
Yeah, he did. He was like, go Fluffy, and he brought him food. So then I go up there and I
No.
get Fluffy, and then I cast a spell on Fluffy to turn it into, you know what the natural enemies of cats is? Dogs. You know what the natural enemy of kittens being fired is? A 3-headed dog. So this 3-headed dog is like Cerberus, and it's like eating those kittens as I ride it into battle.
I'm going to go into the room of requirement. And I'm going to find something there that just instantly kills you.
The what?
The room of requirement?
And what is that?
It's literally anything you need. at that one moment, you open the door and it's there for you.
Wow, that's a Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah. It was the main thing in the fifth one.
Well, that's was the time I stopped then there. Okay, well.
It was used because Malfoy needed to hide the mirror that could transfer Death Eaters into Hogwarts using a mirror, and he needed a place to hide it. So when he opened the door, he just saw like a giant area where you could just hide anything, and it would just blend in.
All right.
So
I guess I think that is the end. We will see. Who people
let's just assume I broke your neck with sheer strength.
Let's just assume that I casted a Avada and then turned you into candy and vored you whole.
Wait, what? When you cast Avada Kedavra, it doesn't turn into candy?
No, it kills you, and then I use my spell that is a beam that turns you into candy, so then I eat you after you die to make sure you're gone.
Okay, we're done.
Because now you're in my wumbly tummy.
We're done.
You're in my tummy. What are some other things that we had? Armed with a nail gun, I was thinking about giving you ultimate attack, signs, and throws an autograph. It's from Dan from Street Fighter. 10 stories tall. You could have used that. Has jellyfish instead of hands. That's a positive or a negative. That's an up and a down. Because jellyfish can still hold stuff.
Yeah.
They sting.
And the other characters was Gandhi.
Gandhi.
Swarm of killer bees.
Okay.
A demon.
Just a demon.
A demon. And saber-tooth tiger.
Okay. Mine was Oni from Street Fighter. A generic ninja. An information broker.
Why is it anime?
I don't know. And a perverted school teacher. That
Manuela.
one's problematic.
Manuela.
Oh, man, that could have been. Oh, that would have been really bad to fight against Hermione. Yikes. Anyways, well, there will be a link in the description of the podcast, wherever
You described them to like not spoil them in the polls. What are you going to name this one? Because of the...
I'm just going to write Hermione as it sounds.
Okay.
Do you know people thought it was Hermione until the movies? That's why I say it.
No.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Dude, Potter Puppet Pals called her Hermione. Remember Potter Puppet Pals?
Oh, yeah. Who could forget?
Anyways. Okay. Well, put this with your white cards, put this with the black cards. Well, we now have our question time. We just have one this time from Mauricio. He seems to be batting 52 for 52.
Yeah.
It's been quite here quite often. So, hey guys, Mauricio here. Well, the quintuplet anime manga just ended, and We Never Learn is about to end soon, and both best girls won. I don't know about We Never Learn having best girl winning yet, so we're gonna have to see. Despite that there are people complaining about the ending, well, that's always for everything, always. No one will ever be happy with any ending.
No.
There's always gonna be people. What was an ending to any game, movie, anime, etc. that you didn't like and wish you could change it? Ending to something you didn't like. Or rather, something that you liked but you didn't like the ending. I got one. There was a Ghibli movie called The Secret World of Arrietty that really built up one of the main characters dying of a sickness. And, like, you watch this movie, and you're like, oh, this character is going to die from a sickness, and it's going to be this really, like, it's going to be one of those situations where it's about the journey, not the destination. You know, it's going to be about the time spent, and it's going to be, like, and it really built that up. Kid just survives, and it's like, yeah, it's all good. And I'm like, that sucked. I wanted him to die. It would have been so much better if the kid died. Like, it would have been way more poignant.
That's screwed up, bro. You want a kid to die?
It would have made the movie better. Because having just a kid, this kid who's like he can't get out of bed. He's coughing all the time. It's like, it really built this up. And then it was like, it was going to show that the beauty is about, you know, the moments that happen, not the moments that won't be. And it's like, no, it's fine. It's like, that sucks.
Theoretical question.
Okay.
Say you had this question asked post One Piece. Do you think you'd you'd answer with One Piece?
I don't care how One Piece ends.
No?
I really don't.
It's literally going to be like the real One Piece were the friends we made along the way.
No, he confirmed that in like year 2 that it's not that.
Okay.
Like he's like right away. He's like, no, it's a physical thing.
Okay.
It is absolutely a physical thing. Did I tell the story about there was a kid who like he was dying of cancer?
Yeah.
And like he's like
He got told.
He got told. He just said it was like the most beautiful thing ever, and then he passed away, and everyone's like, oh my god.
That's bittersweet.
Yeah. So no. I'm definitely a person that will be like, if the end is bad but the journey is good, I'm
Is
fine
the journey
usually.
good though right now?
For what?
Because you say it's kind of like taking a rough hit.
What is One Piece?
Yeah.
Oh my god, no, it's the best it's ever been. Holy crap, no.
Before. No?
What?
Okay,
No.
never mind. Okay.
Never. Oh my. There's one arc I don't like. There's one. And we're long past it. So it's back to being awesome.
Okay.
No, it's absolutely good. But no, for almost anything, I don't mind things having a bad end. Oh, I mean, then again, I know that one that would be for a lot of people would be the Dragon Quest movie. Right? That's a perfect example. I know people who say that the ending is so bad it ruins the movie. And I disagree. I think it's like you can still enjoy the whole movie and ignore the last 10 minutes if you don't like it. That's how I feel, at least.
Okay.
You know?
I do have an answer.
Okay.
How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
I don't know. I think the majority of the people who listen don't really watch those kind of sitcoms. So
Nope.
I think I'm gonna, and it's been a while. I think it's been like what, 7 years?
You can absolutely say it. I don't think anyone here cares.
I lost the thing I was playing with, but so the whole show was building up to like Ted meeting the mother, right?
Yep.
And meets her in the last season, and then she dies. She passes away from an illness, and then it ends with him going to. You know who Robin is?
No.
It's the girl that he's been trying to get before that.
Okay.
For the whole show, and it just turns into this like it was never about him meeting the mother, but him getting together with the other girl.
Wait. The name How I Met Your Mother.
Wasn't actually about meeting the mother. It was kind of like
Not the main character's mother.
no. Okay, it's told from a perspective of Ted telling his kids how he met.
Yeah, that's what
mother.
I always assumed.
Yeah,
So the How I Met Your Mother was always about him meeting the love of his life, not his mother.
not their mother.
Oh, not their mother.
Yeah, because he's telling He's telling the story of how he met his kid's mother, to his kids.
Yeah. But he
it just-
doesn't. But then the mother that he's talking about dies.
Yeah. And then it ends with him going to after this, that's where the story ends of him telling him how he met the mother, and then his kids are like, "Why don't you just go ask Robin out?" And then that's how the show ends. And everyone hated that because it's like, well, you've been building the show up all the way to like how to meet the mother. And
That's wild.
yeah.
That feels like a bad move.
There was an official like alternate ending where it's like it ended with them meeting.
Oh yeah.
And then that was it. And it was much better. Even though it wasn't it was just to subvert expectations.
Just like that one ending from Breaking Bad where it wakes up and it's all the dream from the dad from Malcolm in the Middle, right?
No, that's not real.
That's absolutely the canon real ending that they were too cowardly to show.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I know one for a lot of people here. Game of Thrones.
Oh, my God.
And I only say that because my
God.
dad's been watching it
How
upstairs.
could I forget?
I think it's because you literally dropped that from your existence. It was so bad.
I was like, I marathoned it. I'm like, this show is incredible. And then the final season, watched it like as it was airing.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is terrible. Like, I can't believe they aired this.
My dad got Crave TV just to watch it. And I'm like,
And it's like,
oh boy.
It became another discussion we can talk about is like, is it worth watching if the ending sucks?
So again, I've already said my answer, which is for me, honestly,
Yeah.
if it's good enough of an actual thing, but it depends on. I'm gonna say there's a proportion to it. If the entire last season is bad, that's a large chunk. Versus if it's the last 10 minutes of a movie, that's way less. If it's the last episode of something, that's way less, right? It depends on the proportionality of it, right?
Well, with How I Met Your Mother, I love that show, but the end is just kind of...
So just the last episode? Or like the last two, maybe?
The entire last season was kind of condensed in like a 24-hour period, and it was like 23 episodes, and it was just way too much.
That's strange.
Way too much happening. And
Yeah.
Yeah. But like it wasn't terrible.
Huh.
Whereas the ending was like, this isn't acceptable.
Interesting.
But I love that, like seasons 1 to 8, I love.
Yeah, so then if you love it, then it's still, I'd say, worth it. You might just say, maybe skip the last season.
But I also say that about Game of Thrones. I feel like it's so good that like even a terrible final season can't really...
Well, what you can do is read up to where the books are done, and then just say, well, now you gotta wait for the book.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right? You can do that.
Yeah.
There's always alternates, right? Okay. All right, that was good. So he says, after skydiving, bungee jumping, all the other crazy activities I did, what insane activity have you done in your life and why?
I'm terrible at reflection, so I can't really...
All right, let me think of a couple here that I would say is insane.
Well, you went to Japan by yourself.
I did.
a pretty big one.
I got to talk to and meet a geisha, which was kind of cool. But even just thinking about other stuff like that, I rode a horse in the mountains.
Really?
Yeah, I hate horses and I hate mountains. So that was not a fun activity for me. I've gone dog sledding. That's a lot of fun. I actually really like that. What else have I done that is crazy? I don't like heights. So that kind of kills skydiving and bungee jumping for me. And a lot of things, really. Oh, I've been in salt mines before.
Really?
I've gone deep into the salt mines in Germany, and that was awesome. Seeing, like, the salt mines down there. And they're like, you can lick any wall and it'll be salty. And I'm like, I'm going to lick some walls. And I did. And they were salty. So salt. And then they're like, oh, and if you just lick the wall and you're salty, come to this water fountain here. It was salt water. How dare you? What else have I done?
Gone to Fate.
Oh, boy.
That's pretty insane.
Yeah.
I like how you just like took a picture of your Fate shelf and put it on the Discord.
Yeah, just an update, showing people how deep I
am. Looks good.
I got so deep into Fate, I made a Fate fan game.
There you go.
Right? I made content. I discovered a fan game that nobody knew about and put it on YouTube, and people are begging me to upload it to the internet because no one has it documented. I'm like, too bad. It's mine.
It's mine.
It's mine.
You can never take this away from me.
It's like my exclusive Wu-Tang Clan album. Oh, I got one that's actually really cool. This one's kind of more personal, but I got to know the voice of Beowulf from Skullgirls. And when we were making a fan game, he actually recorded us a vocal theme for the game. The game never came out, and I think I'm like one of the only people with the actual like thing. So we got the official voice actor to sing us a theme for the game. And I asked him, can I share it? And he's like, no, don't. It's going to cause trouble. It's for you. And I'm like, yeah. And it's a good song. It's awesome, right? But like that's
I haven't even heard it. So.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't care. You don't know about Skullgirls too
I like
much.
I like good video game music.
Well, it's not video gamey. It's he's in a band, so it's kind of rock, but it's like, yeah, it's still cool. Okay. No, so I mean, I'm definitely getting to a point in my life where I'm like, I got some cool stuff. I mean, I got real Kingdom Hearts canceled movie or TV show storyboards. Like, that's kind of nuts. It's, for me, it's less about what I've done and more about what I have. I mean, I have production Fate things up there. That one's falling down. I gotta pick that one up. It's my stuff are less physical activities and more nerd stuff. But that's just who I am.
I feel like my life is just beginning.
Yeah.
And like up until now, it hasn't been that exciting. But I'm hoping to change that eventually. Going to the LA trip.
That's gonna be fun.
Yep. I'm hoping to just to live life more,
Oh, dune buggies. I've gone riding in dune buggies in the California desert. That was really fun. And I've stood in quicksand. Because the guy's like, stand out. And he's like, and so we took a step and I'm like standing in this like water. And he's like, hey, it feels nice, right? Ha, that's quicksand. And we're all like freaking out. And he's like, yeah, it's not like how it is in movies. Quicksand, as soon as you step on it, your foot compresses all the sand particles and makes it solid. You physically cannot sink in quicksand because as soon as pressure is put into the sand particles, they go back to being a solid. And we're like, oh, huh.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. Oh, one more.
Oh, go
I've gone
You're making
zip lining in Mexico,
Oh.
going between the trees and the zip lines. Now, I'm normally bad at heights, and let me tell you, going up to do it was terrifying, but like now I'm like, I would do it again. Because it's like once you're up there and you're actually like going through the zip line, it is so fun. Now, I wouldn't do it up in the mountains, but on the ground I can do it.
The one thing that sticks out is just going on the now closed Harry Potter roller coaster there with the dragons.
Oh,
And there's like actually like went upside down and did the loop-de-loops and like,
cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
that was definitely. And then like I went back to get my stuff, like glasses and wallet, and it wasn't there.
Oh no.
But it just turned out it was in a different locker.
Oh, whew.
But like that day has not been resolved in my head yet. It's like how okay, so what happened
Bro,
is...
it could have been as simple as some kid was like putting their stuff in and then realized he was putting it in the wrong one. And
No, but it's like I remember looking at a locker,
Yeah.
about to put my stuff in there. I'm like, no, I want to put it in this one. And then I vividly remember putting it in the other one, but when it came back, it was in that first one.
Someone could have moved it.
But it was locked.
Maybe it was a staff member.
Why would they move my stuff?
To simulate the magic. Maybe you didn't see the sign that said the magic teleporting lockers.
But yeah,
Because you had the key to open it again, right?
I assume so.
So, yeah, so you were able to get into it. So it was planned or something, right?
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I don't know. The unexplained.
For sure. All right. So last one here says he sold his car for $3,500 and was thrilled. What was something you worked really hard on trying to sell? Do you sell
My
stuff
laptop.
often?
My
Oh, your
laptop.
laptop.
That was tough. Until a guy like just gave me the money I wanted for it, and that was that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
But that took like a good month and a half to get rid of.
I'm going to my Steam page for a second to check out my marketplace. Have I sold any of these things? Well, yeah, I've sold almost all of them. I've had some items up on the Steam marketplace for 4 or 5 years, trying to sell them for a total of about 10 cents. People do not like to buy things on the Steam marketplace because there's a time where I played quite a bit of TF2, which is weird. That doesn't seem like a game I'd play. It's because they were adding Skullgirls hats to it.
Ah, there you go.
They never actually did.
Oh, there you go.
But I got a bunch of crates, which they're like, okay, so then if you buy a key, you can open it for unlocks, right? It's loot crates, right? But you get the crate for free, but then you pay for the key to unlock it. That's scummy. I don't like that. So I had all these crates, and I'm like, I don't know. So I put them up to sell. And like they were there for years until finally I woke up one day and had like $2 in my inventory. And I'm like, it's like, yeah, someone bought all my crates. And I'm like, cool, awesome. But that took a while. I actually don't have too much of a problem selling stuff because my dad has a hobby of selling stuff. He'll just go to stores, restore, like
He's probably really good at it.
To secondhand stores. He'll restore stuff and then put it up to sell. I mean, we have like, in that back room, there's like dozens of sewing machines because that's what he repairs, right? So he repairs them, puts them up to sell. So whenever I need to sell something, I just give it to him, and he's like, "Yep, I'll get it sold in like a little bit, and he'll just give me the money, right?" So we're kind of experts at selling stuff there. Just getting rid of it. I don't have too much stuff that I'm.
I feel like there's like garage sale stuff that you like put for dirt cheap, but you still can't get rid
I've
of.
not had a garage sale for a long time. We used to have them quite regularly, but I've not had
I
one for
feel
a
like
while.
you have quite the selection if you like did one.
It's because mostly we put it up online, right? We either I don't know if America has Kijiji, but we use Kijiji, which is like a local selling site. My dad uses Facebook Marketplace. We have eBay, all that stuff. Like I went upstairs today and my dad's like, hey, can you help me? And I'm like, why do you have all this Amazon affiliate stuff? He's like, yeah, I sell stuff on it. I'm like, okay. Yeah, no, I don't have anything that I'm trying too hard to sell. Just that Steam stuff. Your laptop.
Trying to sell anything right now?
No, not really.
No?
No.
Your soul? Anywhere?
For Dakuchi. That's about it.
Anything else?
No.
So I want to talk about some JoJo stuff, but I want to save it till the end because there's a little bit of spoiler
Oh,
stuff.
you thought about spoilers, and
Yeah.
now we're gonna do spoil. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we should say after this we're gonna be watching
Yes.
the JoJo Part 4 live action movie.
Yeah.
Which we will watch there. Is it does it have a digital code, or is it just the DVD?
Let me take it out.
Because if it has a digital code, we could watch it upstairs, which will be nice. Like, is it Funimation or something? Dang, that Josuke on it is quite attractive.
No, it just came with this.
No, it's just
I like the background of this.
Is it a Blu-ray?
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah, there's Kuchi.
There's Yukiko.
Yep. Keicho.
Keicho.
Angelo.
Angelo and Okuyasu.
Okuyasu. Yeah, they all look really good.
Yeah, I'm really looking
So we're
forward
going to be
to
watching that in this bit there. But until then, we are going to shill out our stuff because I've changed.
You've changed.
My @ on Twitter is no longer @TannerLP, though if you go to that, you'll just get a Twitter account that says, hi, I'm no longer here. My @ is now @Tanner of the North.
Da.
Because the was one letter too long. Just like on my Wii U and on a bunch of other stuff, if it's too long, I change it from the to da. So it fits then.
There you
It's
go.
12 letters, which is the max. So you can find me @Tanner of the North. Again, if you type in @TannerLP, you'll get to me. You'll just get a link through.
A little bit of an extra click.
An extra click, yeah.
Extra click.
Other than that, you can find me on YouTube at Tanner of the North. All one thing. I am currently playing Halo. I'm currently playing Soccer Wars. I'm currently playing Space Channel 5. I have some Patreon stuff I'm going through, including a face cam of a horror game I recorded yesterday.
Oh. I want to watch that.
That went really badly. That went...
Like good for the viewer or bad for...
As in, I was told, try to beat the first 2 levels. And I don't even think I got halfway through the first level.
Oh, you need to tell me when that goes live.
Pretty soon.
Okay. Because I need to watch
I
that.
am an absolute baby.
Oh, I love that. I love playing horror games in front of people that are
So
absolute
here's the thing.
babies.
If I could have made the screen windowed to take up part of my screen, I would have been fine.
That's not how you do it.
Forced full screen.
You got to do it.
And I hated it.
Lights off.
No, lights were on because I was using my green screen.
Oh, yeah.
I needed lights
That's fair,
on.
that's fair.
And I got my ring light here, which helps. There goes my camera. So I got my ring light, which helps. And the green screen looks a lot better now with this ring light.
That's good.
Less fuzzies. But yeah, no. So that's coming up there, as well as some other stuff. I'm also moving on to. I finished watching Fate Stay Night, the anime, and I'm now finally moving on to Fate Zero. So finally something new, which is gonna be good. And that's like people have said like Fate Zero is so good that it's one of those anime that's like people say you don't need to know anything about the series. It is an amazing self-contained story. So I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be good.
Cool.
What about you?
You can find me at age1000 on Twitter.
Yep.
Just vibing, you know. I'm a chronic retweeter.
It's how we be. It's how we be.
I am. I paid off my TV
yeah?
yesterday. No, Friday.
Okay.
So that's all done with.
Nice.
I'm going to start saving up for the PC, and I want to get like a setup where I can like stream games.
Yeah. It's if you have a good PC, it's actually not hard. PC streaming is the easiest streaming to do because it's just all in there. OBS is free.
Because I look really I look back really fondly on that Spyro stream. I did.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
Yeah.
Just want to do more. I want to put up more content. So you cannot. One day you will not only find me at age1000 on Twitter.
What would gun to your head? What's your YouTube channel name?
Age1000.
You're not going to rebrand to something else?
Why would I?
Numbers are low on the algorithm. That's why I'm no longer Goodbye 18,000.
You're pinning me on the spot there.
That's why I said gun to your head.
Jesus. I guess I'm dead.
Age is a good start because you could do a lot with that.
Age.
New age of gaming.
No, that's cheesy.
No.
That's cringe.
No, because what the things about Marvel versus Capcom? New age of superheroes.
Age versus time.
Oh, that's a bit too close to Wooly versus though.
Okay.
Okay. Think about that for later. You gotta think about the brand synergy.
Yeah.
Oh boy, if you get into it, get ready for some of those like emails. Like I get emails every morning where it's like, "Hi there, would you be interested in reviewing this influencer-based toaster?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, please no."
I feel like because like it took me a bit to come up with Chips Worldwide.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's a good title.
Yeah.
I feel. You think so?
Yeah. I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to. I like to think. About
It's better
things.
than shipping worldwide because then they think we're a thing about talking about characters we want in a relationship.
That is good, but I feel like that could be a segment.
Oh, shipping worldwide.
Anyways,
Okay.
talk about some JoJo.
Yes, so we are signing off for now. If you are not interested in JoJo spoilers,
Yeah.
okay. There's some spoilers. So if you are saying goodbye now, goodbye to
Thanks
you.
for listening.
Thank you for
For
listening.
our listening to 3 hours.
Yeah, it's not. The second half was definitely shorter there.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
it wasn't as bad there. So, and if you are staying around, we will be going into JoJo spoilers in 3.
And this isn't going to like really include part 8, but there's stuff that involves JoJo spoilers
2,
that you need to know
1.
if you don't get spoiled.
Spoiler time a go baby.
Okay, so
What's up?
the question Mauricio asked, like, how would you, and then into a thing, right?
Okay.
I'm like, how would JoJo's Bizarre Adventure end? That would satisfy you, like conclusion for the entire series. Because I feel like the alternate universe stuff really like threw it for a loop that you can't really have a definitive ending anymore. Because there's always that other universe that another story is being told.
I do feel like after part 6, I feel like that's wrapped up.
Like that universe.
I feel like that universe is wrapped up.
So what would you consider part 7 and 8 then? Fan fiction?
No, it's its own universe with its own problems. But I feel like there's people who are like, "Oh, part 9 goes back to the original universe." And I'm like, I don't think it needs to. I think parts 1 to 6 are good in a way that like if part 6 was the end of JoJo, period, which it was at one point, remember? Steel Ball Run was its own thing for a bit. If that was the proper end, I would have been satisfied. Because it ends in a way that's like really, worthy, right? It makes you go, all right, so this kind of...
Very open-ended.
Very open-ended.
In a good way.
In a good way, yeah. So I feel like... I think part 9 would just have to resolve... Like, because I don't think part 8's going to end it. I think it's going to be part 9 will be the end.
Because there's like 3. There's
Yeah,
like
it's always
3
groups
arcs.
of 3. Yeah, it's always groups of 3. So I feel like for it to do it, it would just need to call back a bit to the original universe, but not be set in it. And I think it would just need to kind of wrap around the themes of JoJo mostly. The idea of, I think it needs to finish the themes of family lineage, which is a big thing. The idea of sort of, what am I trying to say here? Because JoJo really deals with this idea of who you're born from doesn't affect who you are. Because you got like Giorno fighting the fact that he's the son of Dio. You got, Dio, who is born of a poor person who's like, I'm going to rise up. You got Josuke dealing with the fact that his dad is the old man who cheated on his wife,
Jolene, who just
Jolene, who
Jotaro.
hates, yeah. You got Johnny, who's kind of the opposite. You got new Josuke, who doesn't know who he is, right? So I feel like it's got to wrap up that idea. It's got to make a final statement on the idea of family and how it affects you.
Yeah.
I think it needs to do something with the birthmark. I think it needs to do something with tying the family tree that's a mess in part 8. I think it needs to finish that, right? We need to finish that family tree and do something that is, again, as open-ended as part 6, but that says something about it.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. Just regarding part 8 there, I haven't read much lately.
Okay.
It hasn't been hooking me as much as part 7 did.
No, and I know for me, I'm like, it comes out so irregularly that I'm like, I'm just gonna wait till it's done, I think.
I did get finished the beetle battle there.
Yep.
And Jobin's stand appeared for a second.
Mm-hmm.
It looks so cool.
It's a good stand.
I don't know what its name is yet. It just kind of appeared. Its ability, like, for now, it just looks like it can control its temperature. If you remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I do. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've read.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, not really. There's not much for JoJo. I mean, it's...
I've been watching the part 4 anime here or there.
Oh, yeah, right, because you're watching the dub up again?
Yeah, I finished... I'm near the end of the Chili Pepper arc.
Okay, yeah.
I think I forgot how scary Okuyasu gets when he gets mad.
Oh, yeah. Well, again, Okuyasu could be the strongest character in part 4 if he wasn't dumb as a sack of bricks.
On that Italian food episode I watched.
Oh, it's still the best, and also the food looks so good.
And how it like ends with the Joseph teaser.
Yes.
Yeah, it was just,
and you know...
that wasn't in the manga.
No, it wasn't. No, there's a lot of changes from the manga. Did you watch those videos on the differences between the manga and the anime?
No, the only videos I watched are like the references.
You should watch that, because there's a video that goes into very deep detail about the differences between the manga and the anime. And it'll even say, like, even as little as dialogue changes, but it really goes in, and it's, like, really good. There's a bunch of them. It's by Hamon Beat. It's a really good guy. What I was going to say was, in the manga, when the Italian food episode was there, it had recipes on there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's really cool. Okay.
But I do want when Okuyasu was eating the tomato and cheese.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, I want to try that.
Yeah,
so
that's the one that has the recipe. It has it there.
Oh, that's so good.
Right?
It looks so good.
It looks so good. Okay, well, I think that about it. We just had a couple comments on that. That was a good one to place there at the end.
Yeah.
Because we didn't want to spoil it too much, but okay.
Here it is. The stand. It looks so cool.
Yeah, it's a cool stand.
The puppet.
Yeah. I'd say some of the stands are definitely more puppet-like because their limbs are getting like they're not buff like part 3.
Yeah.
They're more like machine-like almost a bit. So okay.
Cool.
Thank you all for listening. And next time is going to be One Piece up to Alabasta and versus Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I wonder if One Piece is the next JoJo for me.
I will say, the world of One Piece, like it is for
I know for a fact it's going to be more accessible.
So, absolutely. But I think about the world of One Piece when I'm alone sometimes. Like, it is one of the most well-built worlds in manga. It definitely, because you're starting at the start. Mm-hmm. The world building...
Well, that's how it was with JoJo.
Yeah, it's true, right? Because it's simple at the start, but
if you would have, told me to start at, part 4, and I'm like, what's going on?
So, okay, so here's what I'd say. The arc that I'm giving you is sort of seen as the part 3, because it's like I basically gave you parts 1 to 3 if it was JoJo, right? Where the part that I'm giving you, it really solidifies what the path it goes down.
Okay.
Right? The first couple parts are they go different ways, but where it goes to from this is this is it finding its tone, finding its ideas, finding, how are we going to build this world? And even starting to plant seeds that won't be talked about for 20 years, which I love. There's a reason the author's name is Oda, O-D-A. There's a reason people call him Goda, G-O-D-A, because there's stuff that people are finding connections. This is barely a spoiler, but in the first chapter, there's a bar that a character takes a sword and slams it into a table, and 900 chapters later, in the bar, there's a slash on that table.
That's cool.
In the same spot, and everyone's cool. Yo!
Because I'm this year I'm really looking forward to the JoJo of this year, you know?
This might be it. I mean, it's...
And the Club Penguin of your year.
But it's as, like, it's popular. It's huge, right? So, I mean, and you watch Stampede, right? So you got a preview of where things go, though that was just a big, dumb fan service fight movie. The actual world building of One Piece is the cool thing.
What was your intention when you gave me JoJo? Did you expect me to like become such a big fan?
No, I expected you to. I wanted you to see it and enjoy it, but I didn't. I did not expect it to go that far, right?
Like 3 figures in my room.
No, I definitely didn't expect that. So I do want you to at least.
I feel like I'm going to enjoy it. I have a very open mind.
I'm not going to say enjoy, but just to sort of because I mean it's a topic we're going to talk about a lot because it's starting to approach its end. Now, when I say that, it's still probably about 5 years away.
Yeah.
But as in, like, where we are right now, I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm seeing the seeds that lead to the end, right? So it's like
You're climbing the mountain.
Definitely,
you know?
definitely, right? And the nice thing is, the manga format, it's actually not a long time to catch up. Like, I read an hour each night. It took me a couple weeks.
One of my other friends, they're watching the anime. And they kind of like died down. They kind of like burnt out.
The anime has issues. And it has to do with... Okay, you know how I said it takes you about 5 minutes to read a chapter?
Yeah.
One chapter is usually an episode.
Oof.
So they will stretch it. So that's why I don't like it, because the manga, it's fast. It's like you will get through it, and it's like things happen and they don't linger on stuff unless it needs to be lingered on. They don't linger on if it doesn't need to. Mm-hmm. A panel will happen and that's the action, right? Where it's like they will, like a big point of contention is when in the manga Luffy punches a guy and he's down. Right? If that happens in the anime, they'll turn it into a full fight scene. And people are like, no, it's meant to show Luffy's powerful by killing him in one punch, right? Mm-hmm. So it's, you know, there's that's why I prefer the manga, because it's like...
So you mentioned the sword and the table.
Yes.
And Scratch. Would you say there's a lot of fan service in One Piece? Not in terms of like that fan service.
There's fan service.
But I mean like if Giorno would to appear in part 6.
I'm going to say One Piece is a story where it's very, very clear the author planned the entire story from the start.
Okay.
There is zero... Well, I guess we're doing this now. Everything was planned. Like, there are concepts introduced in the first 10. Like, there's things that you see in the first 10 chapters that don't get explained until chapters 400 to 500. That when you go back, you're like, oh yeah, there's nothing changed. Like, that was them hinting at this concept.
Whereas in, like, JoJo, there's... Like,
JoJo absolutely makes stuff up along the way.
The part 6 ending was completely changed.
Yeah. No, JoJo absolutely changes stuff along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's very clear One Piece was all pre-planned.
But I do like the fact that JoJo doesn't rely on fan service of like just like referencing a previous part or something. So that isn't story.
It's so you say fan service, but and I mean we're already getting into. I mean I guess whatever, but
what?
Because like we're signing off. But what I'm going to say is,
this is extra content. No, it is
after in other manga, what you might view as fan service, in One Piece, it creates a living, breathing world.
Okay.
Characters don't disappear once their arc is done. They still exist in the world.
That's what I like.
And it will. And so one thing about the manga that isn't in the anime at all is there's things called cover stories. So you know, like when you first turn to the first page and it'll say like the chapter name in One Piece. On that page of the chapter, they will show you a snapshot of somewhere in the world going on at that moment.
That's
so
cool.
A character you haven't seen for 100 chapters, they're like, what are they up to right now? And so it'll be like, here's this character who you haven't seen them since this arc years ago. And it's like, well, now he's here. And then later on in the manga, when they get brought up, those things happened, right? These cover stories happened. So you'll see, like, there's a character introduced right at the very beginning of One Piece who is set up to look like this annoying kid sidekick character that joins Luffy. He doesn't. He leaves, right? He's like the little girl in part 3. But then unlike part 3, which totally leaves the little girl behind and you never ever see her again, every once in a while you'll get a cover story about where is he now? And you watch him grow over the years, and then he gets brought back into the main story.
That's cool.
So it's
So it's the Shonen Jump.
the Shonen Jump app, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and I'll just give you my login there because I mean it's $2 a month. You could even probably get a free account there if you want. They have a lot of manga on there, which is cool. But it's I don't think of it as fan service. I think of it as world building. Now that said, it's interesting because One Piece is you know how Robin and Nami look now. They absolutely don't look like that in what you'll be reading.
Is it because of the art style? Or
The art style changed over time.
Okay.
Girls got thinner and bustier over time. At the beginning, they look way more normal.
Okay.
So it's, definitely is a more cartoony sort of art style at the beginning.
I'm looking forward to reading it along.
Yes, and if you
talking
want
about
to send me or beat things to just say, for sure.
I will.
And hopefully you will learn to
I'm
love...
sure Beat is looking really forward to it.
Yes, and you will learn to love Buggy the Clown just like the rest of us.
Oh, God.
Buggy is so good. Buggy is so good. I love Buggy. I hate clowns. Buggy's the best. Did you see...
Okay, we can't keep going.
I'm not going to. This is the last thing I'll say. But you saw us posting those cup noodle commercials, which are One Piece but set in a high school.
No, I haven't.
Okay, so they did a whole campaign of like, what if One Piece was in a high school? And in the background of one of the shots, there's Buggy dressed as Joaquin Phoenix Joker dancing. It is amazing. Buggy the Clown Joker. He's just like, it's a blink and you'll miss it thing. There he is. He's in the background there. It's so good.
That's cool.
It's so good. So, oh man. Okay.
Cool.
That's it. A wrap. We're going to go watch the movie. And if you do too, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Put them in the comments there or however you want to contact us. And we will see you next time.
On
Ships Worldwide.
the most amazing,
Spectacular.
incredible,
Omochiroi.
kind of weird.
Yep. We'll see you then. Ciao.